I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who be caught up in using what I was scarred with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawn. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. Soul been torn, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, outcasted like hey ya. That shit you saying now, we all know ain't make ya. So many nights was me and my notebook, no hook, no look, just me and my devils, but they so shook. Whatever it took, fuck the battle, ready for war. I ain't die, I evolved, living through these memoirs, regardless of the cost. And the gas made it this far with bars that'll last forever, like the wreck yard.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
I see dead people connect with my sixth sense. Heed no evil, get bread with my six friends. He's no diva, flexing a sick Benz. Plex is a teacher, investing in big trends. Scared like a bear, disrupting the bull market. Double down shares, portfolio parking. Dow Jones average, big bank tank sharking. Elevated rank while face stays sparking. Dan John's pace, my grace will sharpen. In the biz since kids, Rosario Dawson. He got game, but he's not Jesus. Connected through the pain, data's rocking through your speakers. My daughter's like a mama, but she got my features. We teach her to be strong, never gonna need ya. Like Ruth Long, she was born a leader. Underestimating the greats is the wrong procedure.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
I'm alone, but I ain't lonely. Least I got my homies. Peace is what they show me till I meet my one and only. Nothing you can loan me, no way for you to own me. Baritone in my tone, leave sopranos to tone it. My ad-lib game can compete with those on the spectrum. I ain't gon' diss them, but definitely don't respect them. Equivalent of holding the mic till you wreck them at the crossroads with the devil at a dark intersection. Question, is the sin eaten from the tree or neglecting to realize that he is me? Can't have me on lockdown when I'm as free. Stammer through the grammar so blind can see. I ain't trying to be, cause I'm built from the cosmos. And if need be, I raise up like P.D. Pablo. Climbing from the underground cause the dirt's off. Cage bird on my chest when I take my shirt off.
Yo, welcome to the Knicks at Night podcast. I'm your co-host, Uncle Freezy. I'm joined by Hoodie Kev, the host. Hoodie Kev, how you doing tonight, man?
Uncle Freezy, good evening. I feel like we just did this.
Yeah, it's been a long day.
I haven't moved from this spot.
It's been a very long day.
Yes, it has. Yes, it has. A lot of ups and downs.
Yeah, so I'm excited about the win tonight. The Knicks beat the Wizards. A comeback win, but I mean,
yes, it was a interesting game. Obviously fell behind a little late. It seemed at times that we weren't going to win, like that Washington was going to put a dagger in, but it never happened. We were able to pull out a resolve and came up with a very gratifying win.
yeah, definitely. You can tell the Knicks were flat because of what happened during the day. That's what I think. I think there was a correlation between poor shooting, excessive minutes, coming out flat, underestimating the opponent. There was a lot of stuff happening today, and you could tell by the play on the court. RJ and Julius Randle shot terribly from the beginning too. So
And
yeah,
Julius finished with 13 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists on 5 of 16 shooting, and 1 for 5 shooting. Just as after a game where he just went what 7 for 3. The
yeah,
same like didn't miss.
yeah, 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 definitely. Definitely. And I don't think it was anything the Wizards did differently either. I think it was just, it looks like they were distracted.
Well,
So,
I mean, I knew that Washington was going to adjust like any NBA team, and hopefully we would have done the same thing. There were probably some wrinkles that they did differently. I just think they came out a little bit more on fire than we did. There was a little bit level of uh, comfort. I was watching the Wizards broadcast tonight, the whole regional thing,
yeah,
and
yeah,
there was like the Knicks felt like everybody was content because nobody got traded.
right, right, basically.
Which I don't know if that played a part into it or not. I just thought it was a pretty sluggish shooting from nobody really even had a great shooting night. Um, RJ was 7 for 22 with 24 points, 8 for 11 from the line though. Um, those are the only two starters. Him and Julius were the only two starters in double digits. I believe the bench outscored the starters tonight, led by Alec Burks, who had 20. I'm not gonna get on Alec Burks tonight. I'm not. I'm gonna let him live tonight. Everybody, don't worry. Alec Burks finished with 27 points for 8 18 shooting, 2 for 7 from three, 9 from 11 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds, uh, no assist and a steal in 34 minutes. Um, Quickly has 16 points for 5 for 13 shooting, 2 for 5 from three, 4 from 5 from three, 4 for 5 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal. Taj Gibson, who actually, interestingly enough, played more than Mitchell Robinson did, surprisingly, finished with 10 points, 8 rebounds, 27 minutes. Um, Mitch had 6 points in 21 minutes. Uncle Freezy's favorite player, Alfred Payton, had 8 points, 0 assists to 4 turnovers, and 3 for 8 shooting, over 2 from 3, and 2 for 4 from the free throw line. Again, that's Uncle Freezy's heartstring right there,
Awesome.
Alfred Payton.
Yeah, awesome. He looked awesome.
Yeah,
Hey,
I didn't
so
know that.
SB,
I
oh,
didn't know
so
that was Russell Westbrook or Alfred Payton on our team. I didn't know.
we looked awful, but the Wizards looked awfuler, if that's a word.
Hmm.
If we had played any other team in the NBA tonight, we'd have lost.
Um. Mm, any other team?
Any 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 other team, we'd have lost. Because Bradley Beal had a poor shooting night, and you could tell early he was off. Russell Westbrook had a terrible shooting night, and you could tell he was off. Ironically, the Hachimura kid looked like he had a point to prove.
Him
But
and that Garrison Matthews kid.
yeah,
I was like,
yeah,
who is this?
right, right.
But like I said, they were up for almost 3.5 quarters of the game. It seemed out of reach. They had probably an 11-point lead in the fourth quarter, and there were some. people saying that the game was pretty much over.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I saw the 11-point lead and dozed off and woke up and we were up by 3,
Hmm.
which was strange because I usually don't doze off during the game, but I guess because of all the stuff that was going on earlier, I guess I had to take a siesta, but yeah, it was strange to see the Knicks take the lead. I thought we were just gonna. I thought this was the game we were just gonna lay an egg, but
Well,
we
like
did
I
not.
said, it was more grit than anything else. I'll say that this was probably the grittiest win we've had all season because
Hey, let me say my motivation. Stephen Fox doesn't have a channel. Stephen Fox, he was gonna do something. From the last I heard, he was gonna do a channel, and then something happened, and he just didn't. I don't know, and I hadn't heard from him either.
uh yeah, I say excuse me. I actually just messaged him not too long ago. I figured it was kind of late, but I haven't heard a response back yet from him. So, but interesting game. As I said, barely squeezed out. Like I said, this was more of a gritty win because we shot 36% from the field and 25% from 3, 7 for 28 from 3, which is ugly numbers.
Right, we'd have lost to anybody else. We'd have lost to anybody else, man.
Maybe Houston at their current
No,
state.
nah, I don't think so.
Really? They did lose like 20 in a row. So that was that. Now we got to turn our situation to I want to say
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee, um, the Milwaukee Bucks. It's on Saturday. It is in Milwaukee. Last time we played them wasn't pretty, but you never know. That's why they play the game. Chat, what's going on for you tonight? What is going on? Chris Chang, how are you doing?
Hey, I have a train going by. That's why I'm quiet.
Oh no, it was I see cities in the chat. Did you want to put the link in the chat for city? I mean, I can do it. Oh, hold on. This is not working out the way I want it to. Everybody, technology is supposed to make your life easier, but does it really? Does it? I don't know. Freezy beat me to it. Julian Tran, salute to you too.
Yo, it's weird. I'm outside right now, and there's this train. It's so loud. It's crazy.
Is it that midnight train to Georgia? That train's
Maybe
in.
that midnight train. Maybe that midnight train to Myrtle Beach.
I went to Myrtle Beach. Funny story. I guess I went to Myrtle Beach last year on a mini vacation. And the funny thing is, even in the height of COVID, there was still plenty of people down there. City, how are you doing today? And it is, well,
Good,
forgive me,
bro.
RJ. Also,
I'm bringing that energy tonight, Kev. What
that energy.
is good? Hey, can I just say this real quick, man? Can I say this?
Yeah, say
Kev,
whatever.
Kev, you're gonna like it.
I'm saying, go ahead.
This is a quote you should know. Okay.
Okay, I'll see if I know it. Is it We Shall
All right,
Overcome?
you ready? You ready?
Yeah.
It's not about the size of the dog in the fight. It's about the size of the fight in the dog. And our team was dogs tonight. Let's go.
I thought it was going to
Let's
be something a little
go.
more original, but hey, if that's what's on your mind, you
That
got
is what's on my mind, bro. That is what's on my mind.
it. Spree Well,
It's good.
favorite number one fan. How are you doing tonight?
Hey, man, I'm one of those guys that I thought it was over. I didn't like what I saw for 3 quarters, and I said, this is what Tibbs said, I believe. He had to have said it. He said, if we're the team that we say we are, we're going to come out and find a way to win. When we were sluggish the whole night, Randall doesn't have it. It's easy to give it away, but Tibbs, man, I know what he said. He said, we are not losing this game, and shout out to them. They proved me wrong. So I got to give them love. That's exactly what I wanted. And shout out to Taj Gibson.
Wow, Taj shout out. How many of those have we heard this season? That's probably the first one.
He deserves it, man. He was good tonight.
Is it Shirley 401? How are you this evening? Welcome to the live chat.
I'm fantastic. Huge fan of you guys.
Thank you. Appreciate it very much.
Salute, bro.
And Haddikin. It's like my number one Twitter friend right there now, all of a sudden. Who knew? I'm not going to lie. So I'm a little bit, I don't know why, because mind you, it's been like 9 hours now. But, doing the Knicks morning drive today, that was like a 5-6 hour show. Auto to the trade deadline. Everybody was all amped and excited because everybody thought something was going to happen. And then nothing happened for us. And then everybody came out tonight and was happy they didn't get traded. And then we played slow out the gate. I've noticed about the Knicks that we have played slow in the beginning parts of games since the second half has begun. Like we've always, I don't know what it is. We're just a slow starting team. I don't know about what Thibodeau needs to do to adjust to fix that, but it's not good. It really isn't.
Hey, what can we say, man? Like, you know what I'm saying? We started off slow, but guess what? It's not about how you start, it's how you finish. All right?
Well,
And we finished.
How you start
We
also.
finished. We finished tonight, man. Let's put some respect on our names. I don't care how ugly the game looked, because a lot of the times we can muck it up and make the game look ugly. But guess what, man? We came back fighting, bro. And that's what I like. We came back fighting. And yes, I'm hyped. I'm happy about the win. The energy is right. Let's go, New York Knicks.
Well, don't hurt yourself there.
I'm good. I am good, yo. I'm good. Trust me, Kev. This feels real good, man, because it's been a long time that. How long has it been since we've seen the New York Knicks come back from 18 points down and win the game?
I mean, I don't want us to continuously come back from 18 points down.
But sometimes that happens. If this was last year's Knicks, this would have been a loss. And we got the
Knicks from the past 10 years. It would have been a loss. I mean, shout out to Lawrence, by the way. He was texting me throughout the game saying, "Believe, Spree, believe. I believe we're going to win this game." And I was just mad. I was mad. I was texting with you, City, and I was not happy. I mean, we were like, "What's going on here? We got to win this game, man." And then they showed up. They got 39 in the fourth.
I had the rally cap on. I told you, man. I had it lit up and everything, bro. I'm trying to tell you, man, it works for me, man. I feel good about it.
So I was probably in the third quarter when I got a text from this way.
The other way.
From somebody here. And I was like, I plan on gloating tonight. And he's like, we're getting blown out. What do you got to gloat about? And I was like, you just gotta wait. And then they claimed they took a nap because I ain't heard nothing else from them.
Oh.
And then here we are. Because this is nothing. I've been pretty hard Maybe I'm just happy because we won without Reggie Bullock. Maybe that's why I was in such a happy mood because I was like, we got this W, we pulled it out, and there was no Reggie Bullock. I got to see my boy tonight. I mean, all is well.
I thought Knox was okay.
I think Knox was terrific.
Those were a good 6 minutes.
Tom Thibodeau even said that. Tom Thibodeau quoted and said, the game changed for us when Kevin Knox came in. And I was like, Tom Thibodeau, I'm going to take back some of the things I said about you.
Wait, he said that?
Go back to his press conference about 50 seconds in.
My mic is working now, right? Because I had it was really low before.
Yeah.
I don't think I got to say it. Salute to everyone. What's up?
Salute.
Oh yeah, I was talking when you were saying why we start off bad. I feel like the teams that we already played before and we beat, we just slack off and like go down to their level, and then we just like losing a lead, going down and then coming back. I don't understand why they do that though. It's really weird.
I mean, it's kind of impressive. I know, Kev, this is going to disappoint you what I'm about to say, but Reggie Bullock's actually been pretty good the past few weeks. He's actually played well.
Burks too, yeah.
And Burks has been
Burks
been
has
awesome.
been dropping like 20, yeah.
Last 5 games,
Like
he's averaging 20.
Games,
yeah.
Yeah, and Bullock has been really important too.
Bullock is as important as a hemorrhoid.
Oh, come on, man. He's playing great defense. You got to give him love.
Is he really?
He's been playing good defense.
You can't take Kev serious when he was hoping he got injured.
What? I say that?
I also think Bullock's been shooting the ball better lately.
Listen.
I mean, they always shoot good. It just doesn't, because they both shoot like about 40%, I think. It's just you can't tell because of how many times they miss wide open shots. They just have like games where they hit a lot.
Uncle Freezy gave a baseball reference to Sammy Sosa, right? And he says, the Chicago Cubs will be down, will be up, and it'll be like 6-2. And Sammy Sosa will come and he'll hit a grand slam, right? And that was 10-2. And I was like, wow, we didn't even need a grand slam. The game was over, but thanks for, the grand slam. But then they'll be down like 5-3 with the bases loaded, and he'll come up and he'll like hit into a double play and not just get 1 out, but 2 outs when you need him the most. And it's like, that is who Reggie Bullock is. He'll hit you a grand slam when you're up 6-2. When you're down 5-3 with the bases loaded, he's going to hit you into a double play.
Okay, that's definitely. I think that's a fair analogy. But I will say this: he's the shortstop on that team that's making all the routine plays you need to get your team back up swinging.
Is
he the shortstop? I think he's more like the left field or the right.
Or maybe
fielder.
He's the left fielder or something like that. But he does throw people out at the plate.
Who's just like, yeah, okay, he'll get. Occasionally he'll.
And look, I'm not the biggest Bullock guy. Like for most of this year, I'm not as hot. I'll just say this: the past month, I have to give him his credit. He's playing. I'm not saying he's been great, but defensively, I think he's been solid. Like
you gotta
solid.
give credit where credit is due. Good.
Especially against who he's guarding. I have to give him some flowers for that. And I also think, I don't know the numbers, I haven't looked at it, but just like watching the games of the past few weeks, I feel like he's making more of the threes. I could be wrong.
He has. Before that, he was just you remember the game he had like 7 of 14 threes? Like he has games where he misses a lot of threes, and then he has games where he hits a lot. That's why his percentage was good, but now recently he's been really well.
Yeah,
100%.
But are we talking about Reggie Bullock?
Yes.
I got toned there for a second because I heard really good and Reggie Bullock in the same sentence. So I got kind of like delusional for a second.
Reggie Bullock kind of trash.
Kinda should not be in that sentence.
Nah.
But this is not about Reggie Bullock tonight. This is about a great Knicks win.
We haven't even mentioned RJ Barrett.
Not yet.
RJ tonight. And again, nobody
Came
shot
back.
well tonight. RJ didn't shoot well, but like I said, this is probably the grittiest performance. It's kind of like, okay, we're better than them, and we shouldn't lose to them. We just kind of have to stay in this together, and we'll come out.
Yeah.
Um, and I saw a lot of that led by RJ Barrett tonight.
And Taj Gibson. Taj
Mhm.
Gibson fired him up when he was going to shoot free throws. He's like, "Get up, we got this." And then they both started the run, in my opinion, because they got the energy up, and then it continued off to like Obi and stuff, IQ, and then the
I
rest of
agree.
the game it continued.
And I
Obi,
So
thought that loss. Yeah.
let's talk about our guy,
Obi
our
Toppin?
main man, Julius. Did y'all see what he did when when Quickly hit that three and was yelling? Julius ran up there like, "Yo, come on," and got him back in the game. Like, bro, don't stand there and gloat. Come on, like, you know what I'm saying?
I didn't
He
see
got him
that.
out
I
of
missed
his
that.
Yeah, I didn't
he
even
got
see
him out
that
of
either.
his fire yell.
I missed that.
Yeah, I missed that
Yeah,
too. I
he
didn't see
did.
that.
That's good. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he got like injured. I think I don't know if it was in the first half, but he got hurt. He got bruised up, and then he hit 2 clutch shots,
I mean,
and
that's
they were
what to
tough
me
shots.
makes this more impressive. Like he didn't have it. He didn't have it tonight.
And
And
Obi gave us good minutes too. Like even though he didn't score, like he was pretty decent on the defensive end.
Yeah,
Got
but
that clutch too.
what Obi needs is there's no leadership role on the Knicks team right now. What he needs a guy like Patrick Mother Ewing to go up in there and show him how to get it done and score in the paint.
I don't agree with the leadership thing. I just think he needs a good point guard that could play make.
But there's no
'Cause
leadership role that's been there that can show him
Rand-
how to get it done.
Nah, I think everyone saw this last game. Randall was talking to him. I think he also says that Randall like helps him out a lot. He looks.
I think there's a lot of people in his ear. I just think he needs to play. And
Yeah, I think it's just him not being ready yet, and him not having a playmaker when he's on the court to actually do what he needs to do. I think it's both.
Yeah, salute to everybody in the chat. Salute to everybody on the panel. What's going on with y'all tonight?
What's up, Delana?
What's up, man?
Great win. And Kev, so I'm drinking that haterade, huh?
Yeah,
What's
that
your flavor?
whole
What's your
16-ounce
flavor? Bullet
Gatorade.
Blast?
I'm talking about the whole. We got like the whole like 12 pack over there going on.
You what you drinking? That Bullet Blast? You got that what that Reggie Rage? Raging Reggie, is that what it is? That's your flavor?
Listen,
Because
I don't even know.
for somebody who was on the court making that game-winning defensive play against Orlando,
Oh my God!
for somebody who actually gets opportunities to do things on the court, you know what I'm saying, knocking down 3-pointers and stuff.
Knocking down 3-pointers.
There's nothing I can
When did Reggie Bullock become synonymous with knocking down 3-pointers?
These past few games.
He hit big threes in the fourth
he's
quarter
not doing that
last
these
time.
past few games.
Yo, hold up, Kev.
He
So
didn't do that
that
these past
Beck
few
said,
games?
Little Side and Beck in the building. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Always appreciate it. She said, love to the Blood Orange Tears family. We love you too.
Let's get them likes up in the chat. Let's go. We got 66 people in here, 30 likes. Let's get them likes up. Come on.
So this is what I know. We have played 45 games this season. 45.
27 more, man.
45 games. And the only thing I'm hearing lately is Reggie Bullock's been playing good the last couple games. If we were a couple games into the season, that would be great. But we're 45 games in. And the only thing y'all can tell me is Reggie Bullock's been playing good the last couple of games. Oh, okay. So his last couple of games have changed my whole outlook on a Reggie Bullock.
You can't worry about
one again, because you're playing bad and you finally decide to play good. I'm gonna give you your flowers when you are contributing to a winning factor. I'm gonna give you your thorns when you're not doing anything to help us out. And two, again, your boy gets opportunity after opportunity again, because Reggie Bullock does, he had games when he should have been on the, been on the floor and it was hurt. And instead of going to Knox, you'd rather go somewhere else. You'd rather go to Frank Ntilikina. You'd rather go to Alec Burks. That says more about Knox than it does about Reggie, personally.
To
Because
you,
Knox is
maybe,
a
because
bona
here's the
fide,
thing. This
that's
this
a
is this
bona
is
fide
this
three.
is the thing. And
That's
and
a
again,
bona fide
this is
small
me
forward that's
not
not
making.
getting
This is
fouled.
me not making this not tonight. I'm not doing it. But
But you're hating on Reggie for what? Like, what is at this point right now?
did
Like,
you not just hear my
it
Sammy
would make
Sosa
sense.
analogy? Do I got to tell
It
the
would
Sammy Sosa analogy over again?
No, I heard you, and I would agree with you wholeheartedly if we're not talking about these past few games when he's been a contributing factor to the winning. I
Yeah,
can
why?
get with you any other time, but when we're talking about us winning games, I can't rock with you with the hate still. That's like sitting here saying, "Oh, well, I congratulated Obi for getting, a block and 2 steals today. Oh, but he's still trash." Why are we talking about him being trash after he just gave us defensive purpose in regards to winning a game? We were down by X amount of points. It could have been down by a lot more had he not done what he did. So again, if that's the case, I got to again. I'm saying I got to give Reggie Bullock his props when he does well. The same way I would give anybody their props when they do well. I always talk about how bad Holdis Elfrid Payton is, but when he was doing what he did for the past few games, I had to chill on that. I can't sit there and still hate on him. I can't still say,
Yep.
"Oh, get him off the team. He's trash." What is he doing to say that he's trash at this point? You know what I'm saying?
I am
If he's
not
doing
going to
things to
take a
contribute,
couple of games and outweigh that over the totality of the season.
I mean, it's not really the
I'll do it
totality of.
one game at a time. I understand where you're coming from, and I'm not gonna sit there and tell you should feel how I feel. You know what I'm saying? But I just look at it from this angle. I take everything one game at a time. If you want to talk about the totality of the season, then yeah, okay, of course we can say he's trash. You know what I'm saying? Again, as I said before on a couple of occasions, a broke clock could be right twice in the 24-hour period. But at the end of the day, at the end of the day, if he's helping us to win those games, how can I still be mad and still say he's trash? You know what I'm saying? At that point, then I'm the one that looks like a hater.
Because of this.
And you can't compare Sammy Sosa to you can't compare baseball to basketball. It's like when it's just crazy.
Hey, gentlemen, I'm not here to toot my own horn, but I'll just make this one comment. I was right about Alec Burks when we signed him. I came on here and I got in debates with people about this. I said, if this guy stays healthy, you're gonna like this guy. So I'm just patting myself on the back for that one. I'm not gonna lie. I am tooting my own horn for that one. Wasn't I right, Kev? Hoodie Kev? You gotta give me
Ain't
some
nothing
love.
wrong with that, man.
The thing about it is this with me. I don't think that I'm too hard to impress. I really don't. Obviously, I'm a Knoxer, so I mean, that should tell you everything right there. It's just with these two players. This is what I see when I look at Alec Burks and I look at Reggie Bullock, and this is what it is. And this is me being real and transparent right now.
Okay.
I see them, and I see players that don't fit what it is that I want this team to be. Like I had a dream, and I said, the kids are the future. And if you properly nurture and grow them, they will form this beautiful garden. And you'll be in like covers of magazines and everything else. And they are the ones with the utmost potential. They are the ones who are the keys to the success that we want. And then you have these journeymen, right? And these players have been on team after team after team after team. And all this other stuff, right? And they come in here, and I see it year after year. Like, to me, Alec Burks is the same as Courtney Lee and Aaron Aflalo and Wayne Ellington and J.R. Smith. What is the difference between any of them and Alec Burks? I'll tell you what, nothing.
Well, no, hold on.
No, can't say that.
Courtney Lee and Aaron Aflalo started for us, right?
I don't think Aaron.
Exactly.
Did Aaron Aflalo start?
Yeah.
Yes. Courtney Lee started too.
J.R. Smith came off the bench as a sixth man, so I mean, I'll listen to that. But
then
it's not even
he
starting.
did start at times
Here's
too.
my thing. When I don't mean starting, they're just journeyman guards that just go around from team to team. They'll collect the check this year and then be elsewhere the next year.
I don't think
sometimes you need those journeymen.
You need those guys, but I also, honestly, Hoodie Kev, I don't think people realized, like, just that this guy is as good off the bench scoring. I don't even think people realize how you need those guys. But I don't think people respected Burks when he signed with this team. I think it's always been with him about health. That's it.
I like the idea of getting him because he is a journeyman, but he was always on a playoff team and he would do good. Like he was on the Warriors and the 76ers, I'm pretty sure from what I remember. He would average like 15, 16, but he would be a good production. And for $6 million, he was like a good spot for us.
Hadouki, when he was last year, when he was healthy and played, he was productive.
Yeah, he was doing better than he did with us, I'm pretty sure, overall.
Yeah.
He averaged like 18
Salute,
or something.
Rob.
What up, fam?
What's up, Rob?
What up?
A quick question. Do we consider LeBron James a glorified journeyman since he hops from team to team to team, despite the fact that he's a superstar?
Yeah, LeBron's LeBron. What you mean?
Yeah, but he's still a journeyman who hops from team to team. I'm just using the analogy that Kev used as far as the journeyman goes. Because, again, like I said, I agree with everybody that despite the fact that people go from team to team to team, you need those guys. Some guys are just, those guys are valuable. Despite the fact that you might go from team to team to team, you still will find value in those guys. That's why they're still in the NBA, despite the fact that a person might go from team to team to team. You dig what I'm saying?
Those people know their roles too.
I agree, Delano. I didn't even realize about Burks that this guy can handle it the way he can.
I think that going to team to team and choosing what team you go to is different. LeBron chooses the team. Journeymen need a job, and
I agree with that.
They chose to be on the team.
But didn't Alec Burks sign as a free agent?
You guys are having some hot takes on Alec Burks right now.
Elsewhere?
Yeah, he did, but before he was getting traded.
Sit here and say
he's been traded though. He's been traded before.
I like to think the difference is teams aren't about to maneuver their whole team to be built around Alec Burks like they do LeBron James.
No, I agree.
Teams don't go into all season like, okay, we got to make salary cap situations so we can clear space so we can sign Alec Burks.
But I think they're gonna.
Nobody's saying that.
Yeah, but I think they're gonna.
I mean, Delano still basically saying like teams literally go into the offseason like, okay, we got to clear salary cap so we can go ahead and we can bring in Alec Burks.
That's not what I said.
Kev, if he continues to play like this,
that's not what I said.
Kev, we're gonna have to pay Alec Burks if he continues to play like this.
Based off of your analogy of him hopping from team to team to team, because despite the fact that I know what everybody's sitting here saying about Alec Burks, you don't want to gut your team for this guy, nothing like that. He's a journeyman that knows his role, but he still is found value by other organizations. That's why he continues to find a job in the NBA, and he hasn't taken time off. We're not sitting here saying, "Oh, well, he took about a year off." No, he hasn't taken any time. He went from being on Utah, getting an extension from Utah, to getting outbidded by another team, to then getting traded to Philly, and now becoming a Knick. So at the end of the day, I'm not sitting here saying that you're gutting the team, but I'm saying that some of these guys, you find value in them. You know what I mean? Those guys have prominent roles for a reason. And, again, it's unfortunate situations that could lead to them not being on the team that maybe drafted them, maybe not getting the contract extension with another organization, because again, the problem with Alec Burks isn't his playing; it's his health, his durability.
Correct.
You see what I'm saying? So it's not a matter of, and even with, like, again, maybe down the line we're looking at other guys that could get traded at the drop of a dime. You know what I'm saying? Even now you got guys that like Chris Paul is a journeyman if you think about it.
Hoodie Kev, I want to read this in the chat. Salute to Allah Wise. He says Kevin Wright had 3 interviews yesterday. He's a journeyman.
That's a good point.
What was Dennis?
That's a good one.
What was Dennis?
That is a good one. Oh, man.
I don't even have a comeback for that.
He's right.
I don't even have a comeback. There's nothing I can say.
You gotta love it. Hey, but
Salute,
I do need to ask you, how was the interviews?
I ain't saying that RJ is MJ, but
What did you say, Delano?
Oh no, I meant to ask Kev. How did the interviews go yesterday?
Well, I'm pretty sure I have got offers from 2 of the 3 so far, and tomorrow I'm hoping to get an offer from the 3rd. So I have to make a decision about what I want to do tomorrow. So I guess I am a journeyman because I'm like LeBron James. I got to figure out where I want to take my talents to.
Well,
I might have a press
to,
conference.
I wish you the best of luck and as much money as you can possibly make for it. You know what I mean?
Just don't mention Kevin Knox during the process.
That might
Kevin Knox
actually
too, though.
So one of the jobs the GM is a Michigan fan, and I was like, well, I hope I'm still gonna get a job because I'm an Ohio State football fan. He was like, I'm putting your resume in the shredder right now. I said, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But
man, I wish you the best,
just
man,
like
with
Rat
that.
Tape said earlier, I don't think he should have sucked Lonzo's balls. He should have sucked both brothers' balls. Both ball brothers. Shout out Nate Tape. Shout out Rat Tape. Suck both they balls, you know what I'm saying? Lonzo and LaMelo.
I've got you.
But what's going on? I'm lost.
I don't know. I just got lost.
I don't know what just happened.
I don't know.
I don't either. That's what's going on. Look.
I'm confused. I was talking about
right
Hoodie
there,
Kev's journeyman interviews, and then we went to something else. But okay.
Oh, okay.
Hey, in my Tony Stark voice, I got nothing.
But so, like I say, good. Even though it was a sloppy, ugly win, we still got it. We got Milwaukee on Saturday.
And that's going to be a W because I wore my hat the other day. And I told you, the last time I wore it, we got a 3-game win streak. And I wore it the other day, and we on a 2-game win streak.
Gotta make it happen.
We owe them. We owe them. We need to hit first in that game. We owe them for what they did to us last time.
So Milwaukee, mind you, is 9-1 in their last 2 games. They're pretty much what we like to call on a roll.
It's not going to be easy.
It's not.
We don't need it to be easy. We just need to muck it up.
The Greek Freak completely. I'll be nice and just say he stopped Julius from his norm.
Hopefully he plays. Because I mean, Julius Randle said he's gonna be good, but he could get ruled out to rest one game if it actually hurts him.
What's the deal with Noel?
He has something with his shoulder.
I hope it's not serious.
Yeah,
I love that guy.
That Bucks game is gonna be.
You say you love Noel, really?
Yeah,
that's the first.
He's got heart, and he blocks everything.
Yeah, he's been playing really good.
He's been the MVP for us.
He can't catch anything, but he protects that rim the way I need to with the second unit. So respect to him.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you guys think we're getting Drummond?
This is in 1994.
I think it's possible. I don't know though.
Would you like that to happen though?
Would that do anything to our cap moving forward, or just it would hurt our cap this year? I mean, I don't know anything about his contract.
You can't hurt the cap.
Bullock on my Twitter feed.
He can't hurt the cap.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you got to look at it like this. He was owed $28 million this half the season. He owed 14 now, so he can't hurt the cap. All would happen would be that the monies won't get split amongst the players.
Yeah, that's if we don't do anything. It just gets
Yeah, but
softer.
they
Well,
said
what
that.
happens is this.
Yeah,
So
they said they
this
don't
is what
want to do that.
happens. He'll get cut and buy off and have to go into waivers, but no one's going to pick up waivers because if he gets picked up waivers, someone will owe him for the rest of the season, right?
See, but that's what the Knicks can do if they wanted him.
Well, yeah, but they're probably not going to do that. So they'll probably waive him to clear waivers, and then he can sign with whoever he wants to sign with. Now the question is, would he sign with the Knicks? Maybe. Would he go in for more of a contender? Maybe too.
You know, the dude to the right of me's got a nice costume on.
Bro, hey.
Yo.
Oh, yo, Kev, get that dude out of here, man.
Wait, I'm just eating the hot dogs while we talking the Knicks and the
No, get that dude out of here.
All right,
Yo,
man.
they saying
Kevin
in
Knox
the
is
chat
washed.
he's like a dude from
Kevin
earlier
Knox
that was trolling.
Hold on.
Bro, that dude is weird.
Oh man. Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I could tell that like straight from the beginning. That
was sketchy.
Yeah,
the
it was
beginning.
sus.
Kev, you made it. Kev, you made it.
Kev
Yeah,
got it.
I
real
was a
cold.
journeyman.
Huh?
Whenever, listen,
Yo.
City, what did we say yesterday? You
Huh.
know you made it when you got trolls.
When you got trolls.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, come on, man. Like,
Kev, you
that's
made it.
yo. I
'Cause
seen him.
This is
Yo, I seen him
Freeland's
grab the
channel.
hot dog, and
Yeah.
I'm thinking like, yo, what is he doing? Like, yo,
I
what are you
didn't
doing?
know.
And then you're
I
gonna
saw-
go and put like, come on, man.
I
Like,
saw the
yo,
costume
like if
on
you
and I
gonna
already
eat
knew
I was
something,
like,
turn your
he
camera on.
wasn't initially wearing a costume.
He's
Like,
on
what the
some
heck's
weird
going on
timing
here?
right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, come on, man. What this? Yo,
Is this
yo,
Halloween here? What the heck's going on here?
yo.
Uh,
Oh man.
He got into the wrong show. I don't know what
problem
he
is,
was
is
doing.
real. Y'all gotta fund them rehab centers, boy. I tell you.
Yo. Oh man.
All right.
And if you thought the win was good, that I don't even know what to say anymore, bro. Like,
I've seen some weird stuff, man. That was definitely
Yeah,
weird.
that was definitely up there.
but anyways, let's get back on track.
All right, so
Yo,
Drummond.
shout out to everybody in the chat, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody watching. We got 86 people in the building. We should have 86 likes in the building. Get those likes up. Holla at your
Super
boys.
facts.
We here.
Wipe your feet. Spike the like. Share the stream. Hit the notification
Yes,
bell
sir.
if you're new.
Do that thing we like.
Anyway, so moving on.
I'm so happy we won tonight. I feel so much better. I didn't want to come. I mean, you can imagine if we lost this game.
Yeah.
Oh, it would have been it would have been rough.
No, but you know, this was telling. This was more telling. I'm gonna be honest. This is more telling of everything that's wrong with the guys that, you know what I'm saying, everybody wants to go after. Again, I was saying this from the beginning of the season, right? I said, you know, everybody was on that, you know, because of the Bradley Beal situation. Oh, let's trade for Bill. And I always said, you know, even the conversation we had yesterday, what's the first thing I said after I asked, okay, who do y'all want to trade for? The first question I asked right after that was, who are y'all giving up? Right?
Mm-hmm.
And everybody was talking about, well, I'm gonna give up Barrett for Bill. Why?
Yeah, I was never
Bill-
over the.
Bill has already shown you he is a number two, and he's not gonna do anything better without a real point guard. Unfortunately, John Wall was his best option of looking good. John Wall helped him get that money. How do you know that? Because when's the last time you seen them in the playoffs?
I mean, I still think that Bradley Beal is very good.
Bradley Beal is an improved player, but he improved because of the fact that John Wall went down with an injury. That's when he became a better playmaker, because he was a catch and shoot guy before John Wall went down. I mean, after John Wall went down.
Yeah, let him shine.
Bradley Beal whines to the refs a lot.
Then on top of that, he has his opportunities now, and we can't say he's devoid of talent, because despite what everybody want to think, Rui Hachimura is a talent. Denny Adria was an MVP in Israel, right?
Wow, really?
These guys, hold on. These guys are pros. We can sit here and talk all day semantics, but at the end of the day, was Denny Adria not a pro?
Frank Ntilikina
before
was
he
a
came
pro
to the
too, and
NBA.
how's that worked out?
So is Luka Doncic. So I mean, what are we saying exactly?
So you're
It
saying that
happens.
every
It
European
happens.
is the same?
I'm not saying every European is the same. What I'm saying is, while everybody's sitting here saying they're devoid of talent, show me where they're devoid of talent. Are you saying that Denny Advia is not talented? That he can't make his bones in the NBA?
It's too early to tell, I think.
Okay, but again, all I'm
Yo,
saying,
get
because
this.
the first thing everybody does is say that they don't have any talent, and I'm saying, show me the proof that they don't have talent. I mean, at the end of the day, these
Yo,
again,
Kev,
that's what I'm saying.
hold up. Get this hot dog eating troll out of here.
I
What?
think that's somebody
I didn't
different.
even.
Get
I
this
don't
hot
even
dog
eat.
eating
I
troll out
didn't
of here.
eat hot dogs.
Nah,
Yeah,
that's
you
not the
did.
same
Yo,
person.
That's
It's not the
somebody
same
else.
What?
Sure.
That's not
What?
me. I know
Yeah.
we look the same.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm just a Knicks fan.
I don't know, bro.
What?
I see one false movement.
Don't worry.
You out of here.
Trust me.
There's been
Trust
way
me.
too many trolls today.
Oh yeah.
I got my Frank Ntilikina jersey in the back. Don't worry.
Oh,
All right,
you
let's see it.
automatically be out of there then. This Frank Ntilikina jersey.
Let's see it. Let's
I
see
love
it.
that.
Let's see it. Whoa, you
Yeah, let's see
want
it.
to see me turn around? That's kind of sus.
Let's see it.
Pause.
Cause I don't know, man. You
Pause.
look like you look like that dude, so I want to see it.
I look like that dude. That's
Yeah,
generalizing a
let's see
bit.
that Frank Ntilikina jersey.
Let's see it.
specify.
I'm too busy having a threesome with the Ball brothers right now. Lonzo, LeVar,
All right, let's get
LaAngelo.
this guy off.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? I told you, yo, get that dude out
What
of
the
here.
heck's going
I'm not
on here?
stupid.
Bro,
Yo, I'm
but
not
that
stupid, yo.
but that makes no sense because he was typing in the private chat while the other dude was here.
What in the world is going
You
on
probably
here?
got two accounts or something, but yo, I'm not stupid, yo. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Bro,
I know what's
yeah,
going on.
I
these
thought
dudes
I was enjoying this win. I mean, come on, man. We got to
got
keep it.
way too much time on their hands to be
Oh
doing
yeah.
12:30, bro. Like you got to do better things with your life. Come on.
Come on, man. Child, please.
Oh man.
Yeah, we definitely hold on.
That was definitely the dude's brother.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, whoever it was, we need
He's not coming
to.
back.
I'm gonna message. Yo, Kev, did you message Freezy?
Yeah.
Somebody get me his computer IP number immediately.
Nah, chill.
We got to report this. No, I'm just messing.
Dude literally gonna try to look at me and say, "That's not me." I'm like, "Yo,
I'm here, man.
yo."
I was talking to him backstage before I
In the
let
chat,
him on.
yeah.
That's why I was. Yeah, it was the only StreamYard slowed me up. I would have got him out of here faster, but that StreamYard was the deal. So
They
Yo,
got
you
the
see me
time.
give him the look, yo. I'm like, yo, like, nah, you look like that dude, yo. Get out of here.
He gave it away when he said he had a Frank Ntilikina jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that kind of was like, wait a minute, what?
Yeah, that sounds like
Ntilikina jersey.
Yo,
What's
come
going
on.
on here?
That sounds messed up, but yeah, that kind
Who
of.
has Frank Ntilikina jerseys out there?
Other than
Yo, come on, man.
Other
See,
than
Turn
Cornerstone
of the
Kev
call. Cornerstone Kev.
is
I'm
like the
just
only
glad.
one.
Yo, I'm just glad I didn't use choice words, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I didn't I almost lost it for a minute.
All right, so
Oh man.
so back to Drummond. Would you guys like to get Drummond in general? Do you
No.
think he'll fit with us?
Not
No.
really.
Because I don't either. I'm not.
Oh, I don't really want Drummond.
Yeah, because it's like pretty split with Knicks fans. Like some of them really want him, and then others just don't
I
want
think
him.
people want him because he's a name.
Yeah,
Like,
I
ooh,
agree.
Andre Drummond, let's go get him. He's Andre Drummond. And it's like,
Okay.
just because he's a name doesn't mean that he's going to be the best fit.
I'd rather pick up a wing that gets bought out. I don't even know who's
Yeah.
available.
I think we're definitely gonna be in the competition for a buyout player because we did get a roster spot for a
Well, the
reason.
only ones who's been bought out so far is
Aldridge
and Drummond.
and Otto Porter
What
might.
what kills me is this. Because this is after the funny, because we did the technically the Knicks wanted to drive until 3 o'clock to the trade
Smoking
deadline.
cigarettes on the phone.
And then after the trade deadline, the Heat makes a move for Victor Oladipo. And then they are the front runner to get LaMarcus Aldridge. So it's
For
like
dirt cheap.
it's like
But
It's kind
people
of
knew
like
that before already.
it's
'Cause
kind of like wins like tonight are important because we're going to need those types of wins because Chicago and Miami are only going to get better and stronger
yeah,
as the season goes on. So we're going to need to beat the teams that we can't let the Clevelands and the Houstons and the Washingtons come in and beat us. Like, I feel like if we lose to Milwaukee's and Philadelphia's and Clippers, those losses are like, okay, all right, I can get those losses, but we can't
I agree.
lose to teams like the Washington
That we
Wizards.
need to beat.
Not with other teams, even the 76ers getting stronger, the Celtics getting stronger. We can't afford to lose that much ground. So
I
that's
think the
why
Celtics didn't get stronger because
I
what
agree.
They
they
didn't really
need
do
height.
much.
When you add a score, regardless,
Yeah,
when you still add a
doesn't play
score,
defense.
I don't think
nothing.
Fournier is going to help them as much as they
Me
think.
neither. I really don't.
I think he will decently, but I
I
don't
feel
think
like I
it's gonna
said,
be
when
as
you
good.
add anybody who can put the ball in the
Who?
basket,
Yeah,
and you gave him basically you got him for nothing.
2-second round.
Literally, just 2 seconds. You didn't get to trade a player or anything. You literally got him for
Oh
two
no, they
second round
traded
picks.
Jeff Teague, but
Boston's problem,
Yeah,
like to Rob's point, is not scoring. It's their
yeah,
defense is terrible.
yeah,
it's defense.
and
So
they
let's say
just
Andre
traded
Drummond goes
Tice,
there,
who had
goes
him.
to Boston.
Well, okay, then they did something, but Fourier doesn't move the needle for them because offense is not their problem. It's
Yeah,
defense.
it's a
Here's the
little
thing: if
upgrade.
you're a 6 man, so you'll say you can have Tatum or Brown out and replace him with Fournier. You're not losing anything.
Yeah, you're losing some on the defensive end.
I don't think that Fournier is that bad. Well, here's the thing: if they were
Yeah,
already bad on defense, you're not losing anything.
but
They
the
lost
good
Tice,
defender is Tatum and Brown are good defenders. They lacking Tatum, Brown, and Smart are good defenders,
and Tice
but
was
they're
also.
lacking in the middle. They lacking substance in the middle. They even traded Trice. They traded him too. They traded him too.
Yeah,
He
for
went to
Mo Wagner, and that was such a it was such a weird trade because Tice was actually pretty holding up pretty well for them, and he was pretty decent on defense. I don't know why they would trade him for such a bad trade.
Well, maybe they feel that they can lure Drummond there.
I
oh
think it's
well.
for Romeo Langford to get minutes now because they really like Romeo Langford, so they could now start him. I'm pretty sure over Tristan Thompson.
Let's see. The
So
Celtics
you mean
play
Robert
tonight?
Williams? Because Romeo Langford is a guard.
Oh wait, no, why did I say Romeo? No, I meant to say Robert Williams. I completely forgot. Yeah, that's what
I
I
don't know
meant.
if Robert
Him as
Williams
center.
is really ready to start right now. I probably wouldn't have him starting right now.
Yeah, but that's what they like. They really like his potential in the Celtics, and he's been doing pretty well recently. He's getting more minutes.
No, I think Robert Williams is. I think he was a good pickup.
Yeah,
I do agree with Kev though. I don't think he's ready to take on the starting role, but I don't think it'll be like one of those situations where you have to wait a long time for him to get there. I think that
I
you know what
agree.
I'm saying, as far as what he showed me in the playoffs last season, I was convinced that okay, yeah, it's time to give him some prominent minutes. You can't continue to sit there and say we're developing him and he's giving you opportunities to win those games. You know what I mean? As opposed to where at times where Thice was struggling, you know what I'm saying, with Bam Adebayo.
Yeah,
Robert Williams got in the game and he held his own. He not only held his own, but he prevented some key moments where they could have gotten up, you know what I'm saying, by double digits and held the game in check to where once the offense was able to catch up, the games were closer. So I got to give it to Robert Williams on that. I think again his time is coming. I don't think he's ready yet though. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like the Mitch situation, you know, in reverse, where we feel like Mitch has shown some levels of progression, and we feel like okay, yeah, it's time to start this kid. I think that there are times where again with Robert Williams where you've seen games where oh yeah you can definitely get minutes, but I don't think you're ready to start. You're not ready to take over the position full time yet.
yeah, he's gonna be there soon.
Yo, fellas, can I do something real quick since the chat is asking
People are
for
asking for it.
it? Yo, what's good? What's good? This is my best Uncle Freezy impersonation. Yo, what's good? I see you. Allah wise. Salute. What's good? Quiet Money. Salute. Chris Chang. Salute. Hadouken. Salute. What's good, family? We in the building. Yo, get those likes up for the Knicks at Night podcast. Man, let's go. You know, we out here. We in here. We holding it down, fellas. Let's go. Hoodie Cab. Salute.
That's
No
actually
doubt, no doubt.
not bad.
Yeah, that's a good impression.
It's really good. Solid.
Trying to bring that energy for you guys, man. Let's go.
Where's somebody to do Hoodie Kev? Well, see, here's the thing.
Wow, really?
Where's somebody to do that one? We need somebody to do that one. We need that one.
Sammy Sosa. Sammy Sosa hitting into a triple play.
Whenever I hear people like try to impersonate me, it's weird to me because like, do I really sound like that? I guess when you hear yourself talk, you don't really hear the nuances because you've heard it every day of your life, so it doesn't really whatever. So when you hear someone that's trying to impersonate you, it's like, do I really sound like that? Is that how I sound? I don't know. I do know that I'm thirsty, so you have to give me 1 second. I will be.
It's awesome though, because like, yo, listen, man, the chat loves it, man. So you know what I'm saying? Sometimes we gotta give the people what they want. Like, you know what I mean?
And I have been very restrained from talking about my boys 6 minutes tonight. So
great job.
Gentlemen, I gotta bounce. But
peace out.
I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.
Salute, Spree.
Peace out.
Peace.
Yeah, take care, Spree.
Peace to everyone except the troll.
Yeah. Oh man, what a night, man! What a night, yo. But hey, guess what, man? We got a dog win tonight. You know what I'm saying? We held it down, man.
We needed that too.
Defense stayed in check until the offense started clicking.
Yup.
But that just shows how bad, man, Russell Westbrook, man. That guy is. I don't know about Russell Westbrook.
I feel bad for him.
He can shoot you into a game and shoot you right out of that game too.
Yeah, he's really split.
Yes, sir.
He's been really split.
Yeah, I was like, man, let Westbrook shoot. Let Westbrook shoot.
Yeah, it's crazy because in the first half, I think our star Randall and RJ were like 4-23 combined, and we were down 15, and they still didn't shoot that well, but they shot well the second half, and we just beat them. Like, it just shows that you need hard to win because we were clicking it the second half really well. We came out with the power.
Yeah, ain't it funny though? Normally the tale of two halves is always in reverse. We'll have a great first half, and then all of a sudden we'll just stink it up in the second half. So I'm glad to see that in reverse tonight. You know what I mean? If we had to suffer anything, I'm glad that we suffered it in the first half and we collected ourselves, got back on defense, did all the right things in order to get us back in the game. Plus, I love the fact that we had stopped the clock at previous times in the third quarter, getting those foul shots in there. So that way we could go ahead and crawl back in the game without having to sacrifice giving up so much minutes. You know what I mean? It's valuable seconds that we could have had. You know what I mean? I loved it. I loved every second of it, you know?
And this is a high scoring team. Even though we blew them out last game, like, it's no guarantee we were going to do it twice in a row. And they're still a high scoring team, and we just held it down. We held them down.
See, this is what I said last time when I said this is a test for us because it's almost like a miniature playoff game for us. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because we coming in, we playing the team, we coming in, you know, a day off, and then we play the same team again. You know, something like what would happen in the playoffs. Like, you know what I mean? That's how you test your might, how you test your skill. These guys stepped up.
Yeah, and going back to the Heat, like when we played the Heat like that, the same way, like it was back to back. We lost by 5, and then we lost on RJ missing a layup. And I'm gonna say this in my opinion, and I think this is pretty obvious, but those games we didn't even play that good in those games, and we still kept it close. But now they got Victor Oladipo, so they got Trevor Ariza, which is not that good, but not that bad either. And now we're gonna.
But we ain't scared, man. We ain't scared, yo. We proved.
We
Listen,
gotta come. We gotta come ready. Pause.
right. But listen, man, we prove we can hang and bang with the best of them. Like, you know what I'm saying? So at the same time, I'm not worried about what other teams got. I'm not worried about none of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, listen, our guys proved tonight, man, and they proved it time and time again that they ready for the smoke. Even if we lose, like, you know what I'm saying? They proved that they ready for the smoke.
No matter what
They
team.
want it all, man. They want it all, and I'm okay with that because I'm on board.
Yup.
Talk to him, City. Talk to him.
I'm on board, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, listen. And another thing is this too. What we forgetting is that we not even full strength. Like, you know what I'm saying? We not even full strength right now.
No D
We
Rose.
not.
Yep.
It's crazy. We
And
haven't had D Rose for so long, and we're still getting it done. And D Rose is like 14 to like 18 points, I say, for us, and like he's a good playmaker for us. So that's still an important piece. And then we always have an additional piece to him out every game, like recently.
Yeah,
mhm.
truthfully.
Yeah,
Truthfully.
it's been weird because we've been having so many people questionable, like every game, and people are playing through injuries too. That should show that the fight of this team is strong right now.
It's like I
All right,
said
listen.
earlier, man. It's not about the size of the
Oh Lord,
dog
have
in the
mercy.
fight. It's
So I
about
leave
the
for
size of the
2 minutes.
fight and the dog.
Preach, preach.
That's
And
preaching.
listen, the trade deadline is over, right? But hey Rob, let me ask you this, man, because you wasn't in there yesterday. In the off season, what moves would you like to see us make as far as, if there's any talent, anybody specifically that you targeted where you like, you know what, I'd like to see this guy on this team if he's a free agent or maybe a trade in the off season.
I would like right now, like with me, it's like really too early to tell because I think we're gonna have to address that small forward in the guard situation in free agency. Yeah, we have to address that situation. Even though Knox is there, but we have to address those two positions right there. And maybe another maybe another shooting guard, a knockdown shooter, a 3-and-D type guy. And then that's about, because it's gonna, like, as we get in the playoffs and then you're gonna see the heart of the team, then you're gonna have a better understanding of what you really need. Right now it's like kind of like iffy. We just know the three positions that we pretty much good at. Mitch, RJ, and Randall. The other two
Right.
positions, starting positions, are still like pretty much up for grabs as a solid. So I would like to see something in that range right there. And and yeah, it's not like much until you start putting wins together. Like I said, this is to me the first year of the rebuild. So I'm looking about acquiring more talent and continually the build kill team chemistry. It's not too much to me about the players, unless they're gonna put a player that they're gonna put the future around that's gonna be part of the future. Everything else right now, we got like a revolving door with one year players coming in and out. And they're not going to be part of the nucleus of the team. It seems like maybe Burke is going to might get a deal from us if he keeps on what he doing. So it's
Yeah.
kind of hard for me to really
You never
say
know.
right now.
Okay. What about you, Kev?
I mean, we only have how many people technically are under contract next year? Technically Julius, RJ, Mitch, Obi, Knox, and Quickly.
That sounds about right.
I think
Yeah.
those are the only people that we have under contract. So it's only like 6 people under contract next year.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
got like 4, I think 2 first rounders and 2 second rounders. So that's 4. I don't know if they'll even make the team, the second rounders. Then you have like $60 million in cap space. So There'll be moves to be made. Obviously, I can't sit here today and say what they are. I mean, if you would have asked me, did I think we were going to sign Reggie Bullock or re-sign Bullock and Burks and Noel and Taj and all that, I'd be like, no. But you never know what's going to happen. Um, I think the most important thing is the fact that there's a very good chance that we could lose all three of our assistant head coaches. There's a very good chance of that happening, actually. So, how is the front office going to deal with that? Because the coaches are just as much a part of the foundation as the players are. Um,
Yeah, but if they in it to win it, like you know what I'm saying. If they in it to be a part of the Knicks organization, then they're not gonna go anywhere.
well, I don't think that's the case. Like I said, if you're an assistant coach, right, and you have the ability to be the boss, be the head coach, then I mean, you do that. You take that move. You might like what you do, but there's a difference between being assistant and being the head coach, right? Um, and if you put in the time at your current job and you feel you're ready for the next step, I can't fault you for taking it. I can't fault any man for taking the next step and doing what's best for them.
Yeah, I do like the, first off, I got to say that I do like the fact that our coaching staff is strong enough to where they can field offers like Kenny Payne getting an offer from
DePaul.
DePaul. That was for me that's a significant thing because at the end of the day, nobody wants to sit there and say I got this coach that nobody really wants or nobody's checking for. It's good to be a hot commodity, and I feel like that's the positive to that. And I agree, honestly with City. I think that establishing that culture, um, building something special, you might want to see that to the end, even though you're fielding offers. I think that sometimes it's the journey that you're on that's more compelling, that's more attractive, and you want to see it through to the end, or at least as far as you could possibly see it. And with him being a first time um assistant coach on a pro team, you know, I think that he might want to at least take another year or two to see how far he could take, his development can go on the pro level. And then again, DePaul ain't gonna be the only offer he gets. You know what I'm saying? The fact of the matter was he went from Kentucky right into the pros and already had an established reputation. So I'm pretty sure he was fielding offers even before, joining the Knicks organization. But also I want to, again, as far as the off-season moves, yeah, we're in a very beautiful position to where you can't even say any longer that nobody wants to come here for the fact that we don't have a culture and that there's nothing to build around. You know what I mean? That you're starting from scratch. That was the excuse before with all the other sought after free agents. There's nothing here, or there's one person here. I don't know how I'm gonna do with just one person. And that shifted. That conversation has shifted to now where people are talking to, again, realistically, they're talking about wanting to come to the Knicks. And it doesn't sound like, okay, that's just sports media trying to get click for Knicks, you know what I'm saying, or Knicks for clicks. So, with that in mind, Hadoop and Sharon, I'm going to pose the same question to you as far as the offseason. Is there any player or anything that you would like to see addressed, as far as the roster goes?
Well, it's been kind of the same like for this deadline. I wanted Lonzo Ball and I wanted a small forward in particular, but
Yeah.
I think we should still try to go for Lonzo Ball because I don't know. I'm high on Lonzo Ball. I think like 18 to 20 mil, in my opinion, for him would be fine because I think that they are paying a lot for players now. I think that would be a good price for him, and he's still 23. But as far as the wing, the wing position, there's gonna be. I think Gary Trent and Norman Powell are both restricted free agents, right?
Yeah.
And the thing about it is that the Portland Trailblazers are not gonna have enough money to give a contract for Powell, but there's definitely gonna be a lot of teams that go for it because they already got a lot of money on their hands from Dame and McCollum, and I'm not sure about how much everyone else is making, but I know that they're definitely not gonna be able to re-sign him unless they make a move. So I would try to go for him, but that's probably unlikely. But another, I do you guys think that Terrence Ross will get a buyout? Will he buy out his contract like right now?
I don't think Terrence Ross. I think Terrence Ross is going to be in the position where he's going to gun every time he get that ball. And good for Terrence Ross. He is going to shoot every time he touches.
Yeah, he's gonna go crazy on that team right now. But yeah, I really want. I don't know. I'm a fan of Lonzo Ball, and I think that's gonna be like the best point guard available. So a lot of people are gonna go at him, but we're probably gonna be interested. I see Lonzo Ball on a wing if we can find a position for that. Because during the draft, I think like last year, I think that we're gonna do some sneaky trades to move up in the draft or use the extra picks in order to get a player and stuff like that. Because we're definitely not taking on that many players into our team. That wouldn't make sense for us.
Yeah, I feel that. I hear that. And I mean, in the chat also, same question posed to y'all. Feel free to, what I'm saying, give y'all opinion, y'all thoughts as far as who would you like to see, what I'm saying, as far as roster moves going into the off season. Maybe it's a player that you like that we haven't mentioned already, or somebody that you'd like to see a trade go for. So by all means, let us know what you think too.
As long as y'all don't mention Kevin Knox, I think we'll be okay.
I mean, Kevin Knox is already on the team, so you can't already be acquired now, can he?
I'm talking about as long as they don't mention Kevin Knox in the trade, I think we'll be okay.
I mean, I don't think he's going anywhere, but maybe for, Damian Lillard, since he's just a bum, according to some people on here. I mean, he's probably a very easy get.
Now we can't start that again.
Everybody.
That's an ongoing thing.
I'm just saying. I just point out.
It's pointless.
Is he? Isn't he? Like, come on, you got to be kidding me here.
Listen, I didn't say it. All I'm doing is saying somebody said he's like a bum who's not even that good. So he should be easy to get, right? I mean, what has he done in the league other than nothing, apparently?
Oh, Dr. Loomis in the chat said he hopes we bring back Melo. And Freezy had the same thing. How would you guys feel if we brought back Melo?
No. Melo can stay in Portland. I think his time here in New York has come to an end.
I say this as a Melo fan. I think that he found
he got dragged out for that. I would have done the same thing.
I think he found his role on the team that he can benefit from, and they can benefit from him mutually. Yeah. I think him coming to the Knicks, it would slow down, our rebuild. You know what I mean? Right now, we're in a great position to where we could move forward, with the youth movement. So I wouldn't want to necessarily bring him back, especially like I said, respectfully, I'd like for him to be in a position to chase a championship. I like him. 100%. Been a fan of him since Syracuse, but I don't want him to be back in a position where, we're still clawing into contention. I respectfully want him to go ahead and get his ring.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, would it be nice to have him back and maybe, like, you know what I'm saying, have him give Obi some pointers on his footwork and all of that types of stuff? Yeah, that would be nice. But at the same time, too, that's what Obi's got his coaches for. Like, you know what I'm saying? But then again, at the same time, I feel like you also can learn a lot from a player that you can't learn from the coaches. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's just certain things I feel like a player can give you that coaches can't give you, just like it's vice versa. There's things that your coaches are going to give you that a player probably can't give you. But yes, I want Melo to be able, because of his career and what he's done, although it hasn't really been much, but just because of what he's done and the respect that I have for him, yes, I want him to be able to because we ain't there yet. Like, you know what I'm saying? So we gotta acknowledge that. We're not there yet. So yes, I'm with you. I'm with you, Delano. I want him to be able to get a ring. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, go somewhere, like, you know what I'm saying? Finally have your moment in time. Maybe you hit a big three, like, you know what I'm saying, in a game 7 to tie it or take the lead or something, and like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Get your send off to glory, like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, because I mean, end of the day, I mean, and even like I said, even if it's not a matter of actually getting the chip, at least be closer to contention. I would respect that. You know what I mean? If Portland happens to be a second round, you know what I'm saying, they fight in the second round and get bounced out, or make it to the Western Conference Finals and get. I'm happy with that, because I feel like, again, that's just another notch under his belt, where again, for your Hall of Fame career, if you want to give him the first or second ballot, you know what I'm saying, I think he's a
Mm-hmm.
Hall of Famer. you know, and I just want him to succeed, again, as a fan. You know what I mean? So if that means, again, doing it in another uniform, then yeah, I live with that. But with the way that we're progressing, I would love to, in all honesty, I would love for us to just build through, the draft, getting the right pieces, but at the same time getting it in age range where we are right now,
Balance
and
it out.
keeping it on the youth movement.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like we should balance it out. Keep doing what we're doing right now, cause it's always good to have it balanced out. I think we're doing it a good job right now.
Mm-hmm.
Now, unless we getting Damian Lillard on the team, then
I mean,
for all
he'd be the
means,
second, what? Just
The
like the
second
fourth
best.
best player on the team in that right city. Damian
Is
Lillard.
that
I said
what?
he'd be like the fourth best player on the team. Damian Lillard. Maybe the
Well,
fifth.
that depends. I don't know. That depends on Kevin Knox.
It depends on Kevin Knox if he's the fourth best player on the team.
Yeah,
Wow.
that depends on Kevin Knox.
Mm. Wow.
That depends on if he can step his game up.
Kevin Knox is going to be fine. There's something that I saw tonight from Kevin Knox.
No,
Mind
you
you,
didn't see anything. Only thing you see him do is take it to the hole and get a layup.
but that's the thing. Now, when you saw that play, right? When you saw it,
Nah, he was outside.
Yo, here it goes.
no,
Here
because
it goes.
this is me.
Here it
This is me
goes.
breaking down one play of the game from a player who.
He said, "Now we not doing it."
Yo, what's good, everybody? What's good?
What's going on? I set him
What's
up
good?
for that. I
what's
set
going
him up.
on?
Okay.
Oh
Hey, oh,
man,
what happened to Hoodie Cav? What happened to
I
Hoodie Cav?
think
Hold on.
I think it's raining again. Must be.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad, Hoodie Cav. My bad. My bad.
Yo. So let's do this though. Let's do this, right? What do y'all feel about the buyout market? You gonna get anybody in the buyout market? What's your thoughts on that?
Definitely gonna push for someone with that roster spot open and that 50 million, because I'm pretty sure the owner said that they want to use that money and not. I'm pretty sure not split the money to the players. I think that's what I heard. I don't know if I'm right on that.
Right. But I mean, so who? I don't see. I didn't even look, and I was trying to look right now. My phone's acting up. But who all is in the buyout market right
They have LaMarcus Aldridge right now, and Drummond mainly in it right now, and I think Otto Porter is gonna agree to a buyout. Austin
now? I
Rivers,
don't want Otto.
yeah, Austin Rivers We already had him, obviously.
What about Jabari Parker? Is he
Oh yeah,
getting bought
Jabari
out?
Parker too. Yeah.
Did
He
he
good?
get
Jabari Parker is
did he get bought out?
Yeah, they're planning on buying him up, or I think they already did. But
They said something about John Wall. What y'all think about that?
I thought they said that they aren't going to buy out John Wall. That's what I saw. I might be wrong.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I,
Well,
I'm
I
pretty
just heard
sure.
it. I didn't see it. I just heard it. You might be right. But if he was an option, what would y'all think?
He's definitely better than Peyton. So
Yeah, I would, and as much as I root for my guy at Elf Wall Street, I would say, yeah,
gotta do.
I would say it's definitely an upgrade. Like, you know what I mean? I wouldn't complain. I guess I would say it depends on, well, how much will we have to pay him?
He would on the buyout. You could pay him league minimum or sign him to a contract or
The
whatever you
veteran
want to do.
or whatever
Oh,
you
okay,
want.
okay.
You gotta agree upon it.
But it won't be the contract he coming off of.
Yeah,
Right.
but money is not the only factor though. Some of these cats legit want more minutes or more prominent role or play for a contender. Money is not the major issue all the time with these guys. Hey, Hoodie Cat, I'm sorry about that, man. I think I think Hoodie Cat might be mighty greasy right now that I interrupted his not soliloquy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. That was legit a mistake on my part. I didn't do that intentionally this time. You know what I'm saying?
Freezy, it
StreamYard, like
sound
when I
like you
press a
calmed
button.
down. What happened? Sound like you calmed down from earlier today. You got your bearings together?
Yeah, I'm gonna just go buy me a car tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I get upset like that. I go shopping. So
No, okay. Well,
I might go buy me some dates or something. I'm probably do something. But I'm frustrated that they didn't make a move at the deadline though.
oh man. You be all right. Everybody seems to think that they did the right thing though.
Yeah, they could have done one more thing though. I don't know. I feel like they could
They
have got
wind
it.
up with 2 second-round picks, a player, and somebody that they cut.
But
So two
listen,
second.
I'm hope we got all of these picks, right? And we just got, you said we got two more.
Today, yeah, 2 second-round
Yeah,
picks.
All
one
right.
of them might not be a pick. It depends on.
No, we got one second round pick today.
No, it was two. They said it was two.
Yeah,
They
they said
announced it.
two.
It's a Miami one from Philly, but it might not hit. It's like a 41 to 55 protected. It's a weird one.
Right. So with that being said, let's just
Hey, say that one more. Say that one more
let's
time.
hope for
Say
the
that one more time.
best.
I'm sorry.
So we got a pick from Philly, their second round pick for 2021, I think it is, and then we got Miami's, but it's a protected 41 to 55 second round
Well,
pick.
if it's protected, that means you get the next year, right?
Yeah, it's something like that. I
Yeah,
don't
so
know. I
still
don't really know how that one works,
it will
but I
still
know
be
we
two
got it.
second rounds. The years might change, but you would
Yeah,
still
Yeah, see,
have
I'm not
Okay. Okay,
like
I
I
got
don't
you.
know how that goes.
yeah. I don't know how that works either. I'm gonna be honest. I was confused, but I just know we got it.
Yeah, basically if you got a protected pick, that means you're gonna get the next year. The next year you don't get that pick, but you'll get their pick next year
Next year, right?
unprotected.
Yeah.
Listen, we gotta be accumulating all of this stuff for a reason.
For a
Like, you know what I'm
reason.
saying? There's gonna be some type of there's gonna be some type of balloon drop or something. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Something's gonna go down
yeah,
with all of
something.
these
And you
picks
gotta be
because
prepared because
obviously we can't keep
everything
them.
gonna help.
Like, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you see what
Obviously,
OKC
yeah,
did. OKC got like
something
17
something's
first
got
round,
to go down.
17 second
Bro,
rounders.
OKC got 17 first round picks and 17 seconds in the next 7 years.
They can't be compiling it for nothing. And I think that as far as the Knicks go, it's in the same situation. We're compiling a lot of picks, but I think that it's got to be for the fact that we're just using draft capital because a lot of these teams, when you look at teams like the Clippers, you know what I'm saying, who's basically selling all of their capital away for immediate success. So what happens when you don't have that anymore? You need to make that play for draft picks. Then
Yeah,
you
that
can,
trade is still
come
crazy.
calling us. Hey, listen, we got this player. We trying to offload. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all, have any interest in them, but we could sure use those picks you got. You know what I'm saying? I think that that's the position right now with us where we're in. You know what I'm saying? We can
Yeah, it's a
trade.
good trade commodity to have because you could do that's like money around the league without using money.
Yeah,
There's an
it's
echo.
good
Yeah,
credit.
there's an echo. I don't know if who has it. But yeah, that is definitely a good draft capital because obviously we're not gonna trade all the picks. Like the same thing for OKC. They're definitely gonna you're eventually gonna hit on some of the picks you keep because you have so many picks, and then you can just trade some when you see a disgruntled star if you get the right package.
Yep.
Because there's no way you keep. There's no way like in this. This is the thing you got to think about. Like, there's no way we have this many picks and we didn't like try to do anything.
Everybody trying to get Cade.
Yeah, everyone's trying to get Kid. The Rockets are probably like so many teams are in that race.
I think the Rockets, oh shoot, the Magic definitely in the runnings.
Oh yeah,
They just
Rockets,
emptied the house.
Magic, Timberwolves. Like the Timberwolves, as much talent they'll get, they'll always like they always manage to be bad. It's crazy.
Hmm.
So y'all feel like they tanking on the low?
I know the Rockets aren't tanking because I heard Woj say that, and like Brian Windhorst that that they were actually trying and they got on a 20 losing streak. Like he said, they weren't even in tank mode, but now they're gonna most likely get in tank mode because you can't do anything at this point.
But it's not like, I mean, the draft ain't even the same anymore. So it's not like if you have the worst, like, you know what I'm saying? If you have the worst record in the league, you automatically get number one.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that something can happen where as though the Knicks can bolt down with the picks that they have, and they can bolt down and get like somebody at the five, whoever's what's the top five worst teams? What you
Uh,
got?
let me tell you right now. Oh, by the
Minnesota's
way,
one.
they said LaMarcus Aldridge will have conversations with the Heat, Los Angeles Lakers, the Clippers, and the Nets before deciding on his next destination. So I didn't see the Knicks in there, but you never know. I don't think we're gonna go for him though.
No, you know why? Because he played himself. We could have got him. We could have got him. What year was that? We could have got him when
But
he didn't take an
Stoudemire,
interview with
I think
us.
it was
Or
2015.
am I right?
Wait, I don't remember.
yeah, there was a rumor about Stoudemire for Aldridge
No,
back in the
well,
day.
wasn't he a free agent? And we were supposed to have like a meeting with him or something like that, and we didn't get it. Or we were trying to get a
Yeah,
meeting with him, and we didn't get it.
yeah, he curbed us. Yeah, he curbed us,
Like,
and
you
we
know what I'm
curbed
saying?
LA.
So
Mhm.
yeah, that's probably why he's not on our list of buyout guys because he snubbed us or whatever.
I
Like,
know,
you know what I'm
but that
saying?
happens,
I wouldn't I wouldn't rehash
McGee
that.
back
I
in
wouldn't
Denver.
revisit that.
They know it's the business. McGee back in Denver.
I said earlier that I don't know what's going on. Denver must be onto something because all they got is a team full of light skinned players.
Oh yeah, you said that earlier.
That
That's
that
all
that's
they. I was like, how am I supposed to know any of these players from each other? They all look alike. I don't even know who scored.
they got a nasty starting lineup though. That's a nasty starting lineup. But they're still
It's
not
all
doing that
right.
well right now. Oh yeah, and the top five worst teams are the Magic, the Wizards, the Pistons, Rockets,
That's
and
not true, so say. We can move up in the draft. We can give up a two number one picks and two number two our two first round picks and two second round picks, and maybe tag one in on the back end and trade up. We can move up.
yeah, that's what I was saying. I feel like since we were like working the market for with our picks last year, I feel like we're gonna do the same. And I think instead of those two separate picks, we're gonna trade both of those and something else for a higher
Yeah.
pick. But I don't
If
think
we
anyone is
if they
trading.
spot a player that they want, they're gonna do that because it makes sense. You got all of
Yeah,
these picks and you don't got enough spots on the team. So that make hella sense.
yeah,
You
and
package all of those, you shoot them to the team to move up. They get and then they get the pick in this year's draft two times. Even if like somebody coming up and they gotta just say like for instance, Green is available at the fifth pick,
hmm
and the fifth pick Whoever got the fix, like just say Sacramento, they got Fox already, so they don't need another guard. They might fall back and take them 2 first picks and let you pick who you want to pick if you identify a player that you want.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this draft, the top 5, I feel like people are not gonna trade out of it unless the offer is like extreme.
Yeah, but
And like
see,
the
the Knicks
scenario,
can make.
and like the scenario you just said, because that would
Yeah,
make sense. Or they would trade someone on their team and take a risk. But I don't think people would do that. It's an interesting draft next year, and like the thing that's gonna
but
happen.
you know what? As I seen these players playing this draft, I'm thinking, me personally, when I seen these players play, I think they overhyped this draft because they missed on the last year's draft. A lot of them scouts, because they didn't, because there's no
I had a
way
feeling
quickly
that
was
was gonna
supposed
happen.
to go to 25 if you really look at it, what's going on. And they missed on a lot on a lot of other things, being to the fact there was no tournaments and a lot of things like that. So I'm thinking they put a lot of hope because some of these players I seen play, they look good one day, then you see them play again, and then they don't look so
Bad.
good.
Yeah. It's like last year when the draft was happening, everyone was saying it was a whack draft, but I felt like it was gonna impress people a lot more than they thought it would.
Me too.
And it definitely is. Definitely is. And Freezy asked the question in the in the chat. He said, "Do the Knicks re-sign Elf, Burks, and Bullock for the next season?" I think I think that's definitely a possibility.
Not Elf. I don't think they'll go back with Peyton
Elf,
this year.
Elf, yeah, Elf might not be, but it's depending on who's available at in the off season.
But I think Burke's gonna get a contract. I think the Knicks gonna give Burke a contract.
Who you think they're gonna
Yeah,
give a
resign that
contract
man.
first, Burks or Bullock?
Burke.
I think Bullock.
Burks.
I don't know. It's
I
weird
feel
because I think they would give both contracts because I feel like Tibbs likes Bullock a lot because of his defense and his ability to shoot.
I'm gonna throw up in my mouth.
No, but I'm being for real. I feel like that's how they would feel, and then Burks is. I mean, he's been doing well recently. I feel like it all depends on how they end and how they continue to
Yeah,
play.
how they continue to go. I
Yeah,
agree with
because I definitely see them getting a deal because they have been doing good for us, and if other people are not available at the market, you're gonna have to pay someone.
I mean, so like, let's just say this, right? Is it okay to say that Alec Burks is better on offense than Reggie
Yes,
Bullock, right?
it's like a switch off.
But Reggie Bullock, I feel like, is better than Burks on defense. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they got like a
So,
switch off. They're
like,
opposites.
yeah, like your trade off would be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because both of them sometimes can be inconsistent, but Burks gives you more consistent points than Bullock, but Bullock gives you more consistent defense than Burks.
That's why
Or
Like, you know what
Burks
I'm
is
saying?
Tom Thibodeau says, hey, Kevin Knox, go out there this summer and work on your defense and come back and the job is yours.
we hope that happens. Hope
I mean,
I hope that
that's
happens.
a possibility, but
Yeah, I like Kevin
let's
Knox. I
just
hope that
talk.
happens.
Let's just talk real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it hasn't happened yet. We acting like,
or Kevin Knox can earn something. Why do we continuously talk about a dude that ain't contributing nothing? It seems
that's
like
what I'm
like
saying.
legit Tom Thibodeau said after the trade deadline was over. Thibodeau said he likes his team the way it is. He's like when
Yeah,
they asked him, Rebecca Harlow asked him about not doing anything at the trade deadline. He was like, "I like this team the way we are. I can go to battle with this team." That's a fact. That's what Tom Thibodeau said today.
yeah, and he also said that he's proud of the management for the way they handled it, not rushing anything, and
Hmm.
but
I'm pretty sure every coach is going to say that about their team. I don't think any coach will be like, you know what? I really hate these players. I wish we can get rid of all of them.
yeah, but you could just see it in the way someone says it.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
real
Because
quick.
I'm pretty sure every coach is going to say the
PG.
same thing. No
So
coach, like I said, no coach will be like, you know what? These players suck. God, I want to get rid of all of them.
I think Eric
Hey, what's
G.
good, brother?
What's good, fellas?
Was good.
What
Was
up?
good.
What up?
Salute.
Listen, every coach says that, but when you see the way the guys play, you can believe it. when you see other coaches say that, and you know their team is not playing the same way that they're articulating, is different. And you can say, oh well, you can call bull crap on him. I don't believe what he's saying. But when Tibbs says that, and you see the way these guys play every night, then you could believe it.
I call
That's
bullcrap
why I
on it
take it.
because I call bullcrap because if a superstar player, like a superstar player, said, "I want to go to the Knicks," I guarantee they would package half these players, and Tom Thibodeau will be perfectly fine with it.
Ooh.
Yeah, but I think the Knicks know where they're at in the stage. In this stage, I think the Knicks know they're way ahead of where they thought they were going to be. This year was all about building the right habits. They didn't think they were going to be where they're at right now. They thought they would be good enough to just be competitive, still lose games, but not like this.
So here's my question, right? This is the question. This is it, right? When people say bring back these players, I think we can agree that Elf and Nerlens Noel and Reggie Bullock and Alec Burks have the players they are the players that they are, right? Like these are the players that they are. They're not getting any better at this stage of their career, right? I think that's fair to say. So with that being said, this season the Knicks are 23-22. So we're game over. We've been pretty much 500 the whole season, right?
Mm-hmm.
You are going to run it back with basically the same group of players that have reached their ceiling. So you know what they are. You're going to bring those players back, and you're going to expect a different result than what you
But
already getting from this season.
Kev, when you bring those players back next year, they take a smaller role. So if you have Alec Burks and Reggie Bullock coming off the bench as a seventh, eighth guy, as opposed to being the number three and number four guy on the team, now that team is going to be better. If you're doing it with these guys playing a prominent role, they're going to be better if you bring them back next year and you get that starting unit better. And you bring in a star, you bring in a better player to start. You
So we
bring
can
those guys
agree
off
that
the
there's not a
bench.
better, the free agent wise.
Yeah, but it doesn't have
There's
to be
not a
free agent.
star out
We're
there.
That's not what we're saying.
I don't think there's
We're
a
not saying
star
free. I'm
free agent.
saying anything. Any way you make this team better. If you bring those guys back and they play a smaller role, but still important off the bench, the team gets better. And you don't have to bring them back and then play 40 minutes a game. That's not what we're saying. You could bring them back and they can still be a part of the team and contribute.
So what if they don't get another star player? Let's say they get
They're,
Lonzo Ball, right? Let's say they get Lonzo. Just Lonzo. They said that they replace Elf and Lonzo, right? But they still bring back Bullocks and Burke.
Yeah.
And they're going to basically be in the same roles that they were, but you're just replacing Elford. And you probably have two, your draft picks and everything, right? And then you have another year of development for RJ and Obi and Quickly and everything, right? But you bring back Nerlens Noel, you bring back Bullock and Burks and everything. This team, is it going to take a leap into Eastern Conference championship contention?
I don't know that.
Because right now, we can say pretty firmly, I think, going into next year or next 2 years, maybe, there's
They're
three
going to be
teams in
playoff.
the East. There's 3 teams in the East that you can say are battling for Eastern Conference supremacy in Philadelphia, Milwaukee, and Brooklyn, right? That's fair to say that those are the 3 teams the next 2-3 years that are going to be like battling right now, because we don't know what can change in the offseason. But right now, those are the teams. So are we going to jump into that conversation with another, like maybe Miami too, if they can re-sign Oladipo? So are we going to be in that tier, or are we going to be in the tier that's right under them? Now,
I
we're a
think
playoff
honestly,
team, but
it really depends on what RJ. I think what RJ does and what Quickly does over the summer. Honestly, I think they could be if RJ plays like this the rest of the way, and then gets better over the summer. We see some continuity over the summer and him building on his shooting, him building on his free throws, him building on using his strengths when he's playing the game and defending the way he is doing it. Then why can't RJ with Randall and someone else put them in the top four, top five in the East, where they can say we can beat these teams? I don't see why not.
Yeah, I
Even
mean,
if
I
you
could see
bring
them
Bullock back,
competing with the
even if you
likes
bring
of
back
Boston.
Burks,
Delano, what did you say?
Yeah, I could see them competing with the likes of a Boston in that like second tier modicum. You know what I'm saying? You got two guys that are all-star level players in Tatum and Brown, and I think we can duplicate that on our end with RJ and Randall. You know, they have an identity. We're establishing ours.
Hmm.
So it's a very strong possibility. They have a good coach. We have a good coach. Organization as far as the front office is respectable on both ends. I think that we're building towards respectability. So I think that we could be in that category as far as being like a second tier behind the Milwaukee's, behind the Brooklyn's, behind the Phillies, while they're
and
trying to battle for supremacy. But I also look at it from this angle too. We're individually improving to where, again, just like you said, I think that them taking the next steps individually, like RJ taking his next step individually, quickly taking his next step individually, can benefit to where, okay, that second tier might not
Is the
be
big
such a
factors
long,
for us.
yeah, it
hmm
won't be such a long process of going from that to being the top team in the Eastern Conference. You know what I'm saying? So I think that it really does depend on the work ethic, but they've already shown that they're already there mentally. It's just really taking the next step physically to get to that point. You know what I mean? We want to see improvement from people like Obi Toppin, from even Kevin Knox and all that stuff. And we want to see improvement from those guys so that way we can be at that level. You know what I'm saying? Because those guys they have to work. They have to put that work in order to get to that level. You know,
the reality is I don't even put Milwaukee in that conversation because they're supposed to win a championship for the last 4 years or be in
No,
the
they
final. They
haven't.
have
No, they wasn't. No, they wasn't.
listen. The last 3 years they're supposed to
No,
be.
you think
They
that
were
they was going
supposed.
to win the championship? Really?
well, at least the last couple of years,
The
I say
last two
this: the last
months.
couple
Not
of years
win
they
the
have been
championship. They was
they
going to
have been
be
in contention,
contenders, but them not
They got
right?
to
winning
the
it is
playoffs.
not
They
a
couldn't do nothing with
surprise.
it. They've
But
done the same
them
thing for
not
the
winning
last
it
three
is
years
not
when
a
they got to the
surprise.
playoffs. Rob.
Huh? But them not winning it is not a surprise.
No, it would have not been a surprise them not winning it if they made it to the finals and lost to the team coming out the West. Then it's not a surprise. But when they're the best team, hands down in the East all year long, and then they get to the playoffs and the teams that they beat up on all year round in the regular season take them out
But
in the first round, that's a
don't you
problem.
remember when Toronto had the
Well, you
best
do know
record
that
in the league?
Toronto beat them in the Eastern
Yeah,
Conference Finals and ended up going
yeah.
and winning the
I
championship.
know
So it's not like they lost in the first round. They lost in the Eastern Conference Championship to the
In the
eventual
second round
champions.
last season.
beat up
Yeah,
on
but how
Toronto
many
in the
years in a
regular
row they
season.
did it?
Hmm?
Yeah, but hold on. But they lost in the second round last season, and I'm
Yeah,
pretty
last
sure
What
that
I'm
season.
people wasn't looking
But
at
usually,
Miami
But
here's the
as
thing: it's
before
not
they got
like
championship
yeah,
contenders.
exactly.
So I
Nobody
can
they
see
but
them
weren't even
doing
looking
that.
at
no.
Miami. Miami was a
Two
seven
times
seed.
before they got Kawhi, they got knocked out in the second round, and then they went to the championship. They did get knocked out in the second round. They made an adjustment. They got Kawhi. Kawhi took them all the way. But two times before then, I think Boston had knocked them out on one time, and then LeBron knocked them out two times after that.
Yeah,
They
but
lost to yeah,
And they
but
had the
Toronto did
best
lose to
record in the
Cleveland
East. So
twice.
that
Yeah, they
doesn't
did.
guarantee you go to the championship.
But no, but I'm saying though, respectfully, right? Cleveland, we
come
expected them
because
to
they
be
haven't proved
contenders when they
they
had
haven't
LeBron,
proved
right?
that.
We didn't look at Toronto as contenders. We looked at them as a playoff team. We didn't expect them to make it to the Eastern Conference Finals to even face LeBron. When they got there, it was like, okay, yeah, you guys are good enough to be there, but we didn't look at them as strong contenders. I think with Milwaukee, I think with Giannis
But
becoming
I
a
never
dominant force, I think
I
when
never
Giannis became the dominant force, I think that once he started really making a name for himself and even became an MVP candidate, you started looking at, okay, well, maybe
Yep.
Milwaukee can be a team that can contend.
But
And
they
respectfully,
only had two players. That was Middleton and Giannis. The rest that was built around them, they didn't have no posts. They didn't have anything for me to even think that. I knew in the playoffs that they would get beat. I never thought that as them as a championship team. Now they got kind of tougher with Tucker, and then they got a couple of other good little pieces. Now I can say now they can battle for coming out the East. I never thought that before.
They're not. They're gonna lose in the second round again.
I don't think so.
They're
well,
not
I think
beating
they'll be.
I
Brooklyn.
I
mean, a
They're
think
lot
they'll
of
not
people
beating
be.
had
I
Boston
think
Miami.
it'll
I
be
mean,
winning
them
it
in
too.
Philly. I think it'll be them in Philly.
I think it'll be Philly and Brooklyn. Those are the
Honestly, I
two
think they
teams.
might be a little bit better than Philly right now. Like
Only
matchups,
because
I think
Embiid's hurt.
Milwaukee could beat Philly. I mean, even if they had, I think in a playoff series, Milwaukee probably beats
I don't know.
Philadelphia
I
Me
don't
No,
know
too.
about that
in
one.
a 7 game series.
Yeah,
That
they
would,
no.
beat.
that would be
Yeah, me too.
if that would
Just
happen. That would be in 7 because it would be.
just because, like I said, it's not like Brook Lopez is still a good defensive player. He may not be the offensive player he was when he was with
He made a
Brooklyn,
defense team
anyways.
last
But
year.
he is all first team, all defensive center, and he's a big body. I'd take obviously Giannis over Tobias Harris. The PJ Tucker move to me is a
Yep,
really, really,
a
really,
good
really,
move.
really good
It's
pickup.
an underrated move. Yeah.
That's
Um,
that's a significant move for them. Yeah.
so when Middleton's still good, they still got Drew Holiday. They can beat Philadelphia.
They have Dante Divan. I think I don't know. I would give it. I would give the edge
No, they
to.
don't got Drew Holiday.
But I think it would be close. Yeah,
Huh?
they
Yeah,
have
yeah,
Oh,
Dante.
they
they
got
got Drew
Drew. Yeah,
Holiday. Yeah,
Drew
they
Yes,
do.
they
Holiday.
They
do.
got Drew Holiday.
Yeah.
I thought you
I,
said
I
they still. Okay, yeah.
I feel like it could go either way, but I feel like it would be like a game 7 type of thing.
Yeah, but
I
I
don't
give the edge to Milwaukee with the BJ. Tucker gonna bring a lot to that team. He gonna bring a lot to that team.
leadership.
He's a dog, man. I always liked him. He's a dog.
Yeah,
He can guard and he can shoot. And yeah, he's a nice player. I always liked him. And then you
Yeah, I
got
mean, I like
Holiday.
PJ
You
Tucker,
got
but
you
he's
got
not.
Bledsoe out of there, and you added Holiday.
yeah,
Yeah,
they're both good
Listen,
defensive teams.
I like PJ Tucker, but if we're all gonna sit here and say that PJ Tucker is what's gonna take the Milwaukee Bucks to the championship, then they're not ready to
oh,
go to a
come on,
championship.
Eric. Nobody's
You
saying
know
he's a
that.
good
Come on, Rob.
he's a
He
good
is.
role
But we're
piece.
not gonna sit here
That's
and say that's gonna be the difference.
no,
He's gonna
but
take
with
them
the
to the
addition of
championship.
Holiday and
It's
Tucker,
just an
and
underrated.
they got outside shooting. They got Bobby Portis is on that team.
Dante DiVincenzo.
They got the Robin, the twin. He's on that team.
Because I'm not gonna
Look,
sit here and say, listen, I'm not gonna sit here and say that Philadelphia has
Now Robin is
underachieved.
gone. Robin is in.
If you say Milwaukee's underachieved, you can say the same thing about Philadelphia.
Yeah, Philly did. Yeah,
Oh, and
Philly
that's absolutely,
So it's
both.
not like Philadelphia
absolutely.
has the
But
upper
that's
hand either.
but I'll take Doc Rivers over Budenholzer any day.
The guy who's lost more game sevens than any other coach in
He's
NBA
got to
history.
game sevens.
hey,
He's
And I
gotten
love
there.
Doc.
hey,
I love Doc. I love Doc.
I'm just saying, what has
But when
Budenholzer done
pressure
in Atlanta?
situations, you remember you football person, you remember what's his name? Marty Schottenheimer?
Yeah,
Marty
San
Schottenheimer used to be
Diego.
a great regular season coach. He's
Hmm.
won 12, 13 games every year. But he could not win in the playoffs to save his life.
Yeah, we
Yo,
beat him.
fellas, hold on. Can I just say one thing?
Is it Marty Schottenheimer?
No, we got 94 people in the building right now. 94 people in the building. Let's get those lights up for the Knicks at Night podcast coming to you straight up from the Blood Orange Tears family. The familiar, La Familia, Blood Orange Tears. We holding it down tonight. Let's get those lights up. Chat family, I see y'all down there. Everybody in there. Everybody's in the building. They still rocking with us. They still hanging with us. It's late at night. We still got this thing going. So let's go.
You think, Kev? You think that if the Knicks were to finish fourth, and they played like I don't know Atlanta or Boston in the first round. Let's just say one of those two teams. Who's the pressure
I'd
on?
rather play
Not on the
either
Knicks.
one.
That's the beautiful thing. The Knicks can go and just play ball. Boston plays us, and they're the pressure's on them. If they lose a series, their coach is fired.
I
Danny
mean,
Ainge is
with
fired.
Atlanta, is the pressure on who's the pressure on? We played Atlanta.
Yeah,
The pressure's on Atlanta because they spent $130 million in the offseason to go to the
yeah,
playoffs and to win.
that's the only way.
Listen, the
Not
pressure,
I
whoever
don't
we
think
play, the pressure is not on us.
when Atlanta
Yeah,
fired
no
their head
matter what
coach,
it is,
it kind of was like, yeah, okay. So I don't think Atlanta has any pressure at all because making the playoffs is different because you're there.
Atlanta has a lot of
So
pressure
no,
because
there's no
they
more
spend a
pressure
lot of
because
money.
you
yeah,
spend a
The
lot of money
pressure's
to
on
get to the
Atlanta.
place that where you are. I don't think they spent $130 million to win a championship. They spent $130 million to make the playoffs. So they say they're in the playoffs. There's no more pressure because they did what they
We
saw out
spent
to
15
do.
million to go to the playoffs.
But I don't think
You
spending
expected to
money
win
has.
something.
I don't think spending money has anything to
It's
do
a
with it because,
huge
like I said,
correlation.
Atlanta spent money to get to the playoffs. If we play them, they would be in the playoffs. So there's no more pressure because they got to where they set out to get to.
Yeah, but
Atlanta
No,
didn't
no,
spend the money because they was like, okay, we're automatically going to be championship contenders. No. It's like, okay, we're going to take the steps. We're going to get to the playoffs and see what happens when we get there. And then we'll
okay,
take
they were
gradual
supposed to be
steps.
ahead of us.
Says who?
thank you.
Says the amount of
Vegas?
money they says the amount of money.
I
No,
don't
says
think the amount of money that you spend has anything to do with where you are supposed to be up
that
because
makes no sense.
no, it makes all the sense in the world because
No, it
Atlanta was
doesn't.
terrible.
If we go and bring in 5 players who are each making $20 million, that for me means that
it's for a reason.
we feel like we have a young core that's going to take us to the championship. We just need to add these key players to could take us to the next level. The
But
Knicks didn't do
the
that. The
only
Knicks just said we're
difference
going to get a
is
new coaching
Atlanta's
staff,
been
and that's it.
ravaged by injury, so at least they have that excuse to fall back on if they wanted to. A lot of the players that they brought in have missed significant time. So if they wanted to use that as an excuse, they could.
So
So
if they
again,
go to the
they still have no pressure because they still made the playoffs with the players that they paid all this money to missing all this time, and they still did it.
well, they did it
So
because
then,
I mean
because
because
they
they went
are
on an 8-0
talented,
win streak.
you got to have talent to do that, don't you? Knicks went on an 8-0 streak this year? I don't
No,
think
we still have a better record than them.
do we?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, I think with them losing, yeah, we have one more win than them.
Oh, so wow.
Oh well, don't ask a question and then I give you the answer that's correct and you say, "Oh wow," like it's not the
How was
answer you're
your
looking
answer
for.
correct? Because you gave
It's
it.
well, you know, because you said, "Do we have more wins?" Yes, we have more wins than them.
Oh, I thought you meant the
So now
overall
it's not a big
answer.
deal because there's only one win. But if it was 7, you'd be like, "Okay, I get it." It doesn't
Yeah,
that
when I
that
don't
doesn't
see
make the argument
anything
wrong,
better
Kev,
that
because you don't like it.
because we're 20 because we played one more game. Mind you, we played one more game than they did. Means
How
that
about this? We also beat
that's
them.
No,
much better.
We also beat them,
no. It doesn't matter if we played one more game than they did. We won more game than they did.
and we beat them.
Okay,
No,
just
it
like we
matters
could have
because
won.
if
No,
we played
hold
45
on,
games
Kev,
and our
hold
record is
on,
23 and
hold on.
22, and they played 44 games and their record is 22 and 22, that means
Kev,
just by sheer mathematical whatever, we've only played one more game. So we've had one more game to count against the record.
Right, and we also
Kev,
beat
what
them.
I'm saying is this, right? With our record right now, we could have 3 to 4 more wins. With their record, they could have 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 more wins. However, their games went. Like, you know what I'm saying? They had the chance to have a better record than us, but guess what? They don't. Whether it's one game, whether
They
it's
didn't
2
And they
play
games,
went on
tonight
a,
and
whether
and
we
they
it's
went on
3
an
didn't.
8-game
games,
winning
they
streak.
right
That's the
now,
difference. We
right
played
now,
tonight,
right
they
now,
didn't.
right now, they could be the 3 seed or the 2 seed. Right now, they can. You know why? Because they had the chance to do it, but they didn't capitalize. Just like we had the chance to capitalize on a bunch of games that we could have won that we didn't win. That's just a fact. and they didn't do it, and we didn't do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, our record still stands. We won more games than them right now. Doesn't matter how many games was. Doesn't matter if their record, right, has one less game than us, that we played one more game than them. That doesn't matter, because why? Why does that not matter? Because we could have won more games. They could have won more games. I'm just saying. That's just a given. And your rebuttal is?
I just feel like because our records are similar, regardless, I don't believe in the whole if this would have happened and this would have happened. It just is what it is. And the fact is, we've only played one more game than they did. And they have a similar record.
Okay, then you can say that the difference is us beating them head to head, which is what we did.
You can say that. That's
okay,
a fair,
that's fine. We already beat them.
Thing to say we played them and we beat them.
And it took them.
We only played them once, right?
An 8-game winning streak.
Yeah, we played them twice.
Oh, twice, both times. But
yeah,
they went on an 8-game winning streak to even be next to us, even be a game under us. They had to go on an 8-game winning streak to do that.
That's
not something they're not going to do. They're not going to continue. But the thing is, they're not going to continue to do that. We haven't been healthy either.
No,
and we have less
everybody.
talent.
No, look, Eric, look, check this out. Everybody that they put on that team that over the summer that made them to what they are, when the season started off, most of them were hurt. They just started getting back healthy. Then once they start getting back healthy, they started winning games. They changed the coach. They started winning games. So
That's
at the end of the day,
because these guys were playing, Rob.
All right, at the end of the day, Atlanta is gonna win games going forward.
Yeah.
From here going
I'm not
forward.
saying that they're not going to win games, but they're not going to go on 8-0 winning streaks every other
They
loss.
don't, but look, they might go 8, they might go 4, then they go another 3, but they're gonna be winning games.
I don't even. I'm gonna check this schedule.
You know, they're a good team. They're gonna be winning games. Healthy, they're gonna win games. We beat them. Glad that they was hurt when we played them.
But they were only hurt one game when we played them. They had Bogdanovich. They had Gallinari. They had Rondo.
No, Bogdan.
I don't think they played.
Yes,
I
they
don't remember
did.
seeing Gallinari.
The first game we played them, they had those guys. The second time, they didn't.
Let me check.
Yeah, matter of fact, they did have they just got back Bogdanovich off of the injury, and Gallinari was playing in that first game. Second game,
Yep.
yeah, he wasn't in there.
All right, well, let me check. All right.
But
Put him down.
good. Hey, this is a good question though. Where do you think we're projected to be as far as the end of the season? Do you see where do you see us seated? Yeah, I like that question.
Maybe 6, 7.
I said 6, 7 too. That's what I feel.
Well, let me look at the standings right now. Hold on.
Oh yeah, and by the way,
I'm not worried about the standings right now. I'm saying 5th or 6th seed. And if I have to break the hat out again for us to go on another winning streak, let me know.
The top 3 are pretty much going to be the top 3. I don't think that's going to change.
Bogdan didn't play the game. I mean, Gallinari.
With Lonzo, LaMelo getting hurt, Charlotte might fall out a little. The Heat are going to rise. I hate to say it, but if they get Aldridge to go along with Oladipo, then I think
the Hornets are going to
get better.
The Bulls are going
to get better.
The Pacers are still iffy, and they didn't do anything.
Well, Pacers lost T.J. Warren for the season today, and that's a big loss to them.
Yeah,
so I don't think the Pacers are in it.
He's had a lot of injuries recently. So.
Maybe probably about 6 or 7. We can't, like I said, we can't lose those games to like
Detroit
and stuff. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, those are games
Cavs.
that we can't afford. That Cleveland game still like irks the out of me.
Yeah.
And that OKC game hurts me too.
I almost broke something because of that Cavs game because they literally did not have anyone in that team. They had their
Nobody.
third string players and their second string players.
Damian Dotson was starting as point
Yeah,
guard.
Damian.
Damian
Oh, so
Dotson.
Colin Sexton didn't play. Garland didn't play. They didn't have
Nobody played. Love didn't play.
Drummond playing. It was. I think no. Actually, I think they only had Drummond playing that game. It was.
So our next two
Has Love played
games,
it all
like I
this
said,
season?
are against Milwaukee and Miami.
And we'll take one of two from them.
Wait, say that again.
We'll win one of the next two games.
Yeah, I agree. I think we need to. We need to win one of the next.
The Milwaukee game, Milwaukee's just playing lights out right now. Like, I'm not gonna lie, they're just.
Hey, they've been playing really good.
I don't see us beat. I mean, if we beat Milwaukee, that's great. But I'm not gonna predict that we are.
Yeah, me neither.
Miami would be the game that is more because it's at home. One.
I feel like we're definitely gonna have fight for the Bucks one, but I think we're gonna want to win the Heat one, especially because we lost to them 2-0 so far. That's our record right now. I think they're gonna want to win that a lot more.
Then we have Minnesota, but I can't sleep with Minnesota because we were one missed shot from Cat from losing that game. The last time we played them.
Yo, do we get Derrick Rose back for the Milwaukee game? Do
I have
anybody
no
know?
idea because the thing he keeps saying that he's fine. He's just regaining his
conditioning.
Oh yeah.
And it's like,
right.
good Lord, how long do you need to regain?
Well, if you know the COVID situation really does hurt, messes you up.
Yeah.
But the funny thing, but here's the thing. So you see him, right? You see Derrick Rose before the game, and you see him practicing, and everything's like, you look okay. But then he's like, oh, he's not playing, and it's like,
Yeah, but we all know shooting around and that stuff is different from playing.
Yeah, it's
but
high
so
intensity
I don't
games.
know
We all been
when
there.
Derrick Rose is going to be back. To be honest, so he could
Hopefully
be back.
one of the next two games.
I think the Heat game. He'll be
But
back.
I they probably will keep him out of the Milwaukee game
Yeah, no way he comes back.
because like, oh no, let's not have you come back against Milwaukee. Miami
We're
more
gonna
than
beat them.
likely, huh?
We're gonna beat Milwaukee.
Well, okay.
Let's
Anything's
go. I love
possible.
your energy.
I said
Yo.
we were gonna sweep. We were gonna sweep this Washington team. I know it didn't look good, but
After the
we were gonna sweep them. I mean, I know they're no world beaters, but it's still hard to sweep the same team twice.
Yo, come on, man. Yo, I love your energy, Eric. G, yo, I love your energy, bro. This is what I am talking about. Yes, let's go in there. Let's beat. Oh wait, are we going in Milwaukee or are they coming here?
We're going to
No,
Milwaukee.
we're going to Milwaukee. It's an away game.
Oh
for
yeah,
us.
It's
yeah. Listen,
gonna be closer than we think. I don't know. I feel like it's gonna be a close game.
listen. We could be road dogs too. Okay, like you know what I'm saying. That there is a such thing as that. We can be road dogs too. Listen, like you know what I'm saying. Like
Isn't that a John
man.
Travolta movie?
Yo, Kev, what are you plotting over there? This dude is plotting.
Or is that Old Dogs? I think that's Old Dogs.
That was
Old dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
With John Travolta and like Robin Williams and Martin Lawrence. They're like on the bike and then I think William H. Macy.
What? Oh no, I was thinking of Reservoir Dogs. My bad.
Wow.
That's a
I'm
good movie,
pretty
too.
sure that John Travolta was not in Reservoir Dogs.
But Reservoir
No,
Dogs
that's
is
what
a
I
good
said.
movie.
My bad. I was
Wrong
that's
Tarantino
what I was
movie.
thinking.
But then here's an
Yeah,
interesting
wrong
game. Next
Tarantino
Friday
movie.
we play
Dallas.
Porzingis
And then the Pistons.
for the first time. Old Porzingis. I wonder how that's gonna.
It's nationally televised, by the way.
Is
We
Porzingis
might not
gonna want to come and
lose a game to them.
is Porzingis going to come back and play like he has something to prove?
Oh, you know he's got this game on his calendar, but like you know what I'm saying?
What did he do last year? When
We
he had
beat
a-
him every time he came.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
We haven't played Porzingis. Have we played Porzingis
Yeah, we
yet?
did.
Yes,
You
we
don't
did.
remember?
Twice.
Yeah.
We beat
Twice
him.
last season.
Remember Frankie tried to dunk on him.
Oh yeah. I
Marcus
forgot
Morris
all
hit the
about
buzzer.
that, to be
Hit
honest
the
with
beat.
you.
Marcus Morris hit the game winner.
So
I
if it
forgot
was a
all
split,
about
you
that.
already know that's it.
Yeah, but
But we ain't worried about KP. Like you know what I'm saying?
have a decent game, but I think we'll win that game. I'll pick a win for that game, and we have the Pistons after that, which we can lose to. We've beaten them the whole entire time this season.
Yeah, they're pretty much in tank mode.
What's the
Then we have another road. Is it a road game? Really? Is it a road game? Because then we have Brooklyn.
Yeah, and then the Celtics.
This is where it gets tougher, a little tougher. The Nets, Celtics, Grizzlies, Raptors, Lakers, Pelicans.
Yeah, but Kyrie gonna be in COVID protocol by the time we get to the Nets.
Yep, and
That's
KD
10
won't be
days
playing
plus
anyway.
the 3 games he out.
Plus,
Yeah.
KD
Kevin
won't be
Durant
playing
should
anyway.
be back.
He's having a kid
Huh?
now.
I said Kevin Durant should be back.
No, he won't be.
Nah,
They
he
said
won't be back.
Is
he's
Durant
still
still out?
off it. 10 more games. They said 10 games yesterday, so
And
that's only 5 games away.
LeBron and AD are not going to be back either by our Lakers game on April 10th, 12th. At least LeBron isn't.
Yep, LeBron is not going to be playing. Everything's just working our way right now.
Yeah, there's literally no.
Right.
You should not lose to Taylor Horton Tucker and Kuzma and Montrezl. Sure. No. I mean, they just put a fight against the 76ers though, but I would assume Embiid is back by then.
And if you don't think that these boys if Randall's not thinking about the clunker he put up the first game out of the All-Star break against Milwaukee, he is, and they're gonna come ready to play against Milwaukee.
Yeah, I just hope
on Saturday. I'm telling you, they're gonna win that game.
Yeah, I hope his leg is fine and it doesn't stop him.
I'm thinking Randall might not even play Saturday.
Nah, he's playing.
I hope
he got a little bruise, contusion. You get that thing rubbed out.
he said he's gonna play no matter what, but he's not. He's truly not the one that decides. Depends on what the team says.
Yeah, he decides. If he says he feels fine, they're gonna play him. You think he don't decide? You think he don't decide when Tibbs still runs him off for 40 minutes when they up by 30? He's still gonna play.
No, I don't think he decides.
So you're going to put out there a damaged player to go up against.
He's not damaged. Guys get beat, bruised, and everything all the time. He got a knee to his thigh. He's fine.
It makes it worse because he does play so many minutes, and it looked like he did hurt something. That's the thing about it. So
No, he just got a knee to the thigh. I mean, these guys are 6'5", 6'6", 230.
People are saying in the chat to rest him. I mean, they probably.
Nah, we don't have. If we were 8, 10, 9, 10 games over 500 and in the second seed or something, then you rest them. Not when losing one game gets you from the 4th seed to the 7th or 8th. You can't do it.
I don't know. I just hope
You want to go out there and perhaps risk the health for one game, and if he hurts himself and has to miss more than one game, then what you're gonna say?
Yeah, that's
so. What happens if he's healthy and he comes out and tears ACL? It doesn't matter. That could happen any game. He could.
But you have more
what happens
of a
if he
chance of
sits on?
serious injury
What happens if he
you're
sits on
already-
Saturday against Milwaukee and then he
Let me
comes
ask you
and
a
plays
question.
on
Do
Monday?
you have
No,
a
hold
better
on.
chance of injuring yourself if you are already battling through something that is injured?
It depends where the injury's at.
True.
I'm telling you, I work in the medical field. It depends where the injury's at.
So if you have a bruised thigh,
That's
there's
nothing.
an issue of your leg, because bruised thighs can turn into hamstring injuries, which is something you don't want to play with. So
No,
a bruised thigh can turn into a hamstring strain. How easily?
Hamstring is the back.
How easily could that happen?
No, I mean, you really got to be doing things you don't usually do anyway that your body's not used to. See, the thing with the KD injury, when he had the calf injury, it was connected to his Achilles. So that's something that's already was damaged.
And he played again.
That's why that connection to that injury, he came back towards Achilles. That was something that was going to happen. If he didn't play for a month, and the next time he played, that was going to happen anyway. So that stuff doesn't matter. If he sits on Saturday, doesn't play against Milwaukee, doesn't play against Miami, and then he comes back and plays against whoever we play after that, and he tears his ACL, then it's a whole other conversation. It doesn't matter. Those things happen. It's part of your
I
career.
gotta bounce, you guys. I'm sorry, man. I gotta take off and stuff like that. But you know what I'm saying. It's all love. It's always good seeing you guys. Always good being on with you guys. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to you guys in the panel. Shout out to everybody watching. Shout out to everybody that's gonna watch and get those likes up for the Blood Orange Tears family. You know how we do. Like, you know what I'm saying? And yo, I'll holla at you guys tomorrow and stuff like that. But I got a jet. But yo,
Peace.
peace out, you guys.
So,
All
Y'all have
love
a
on
good
this
night,
side,
brother.
City.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like if he rolled his ankle or like had a twisted knee or hyperextended knee, then yeah, of course he should sit for a couple of days. But he got a knee to the thigh, to the side of his thigh. I mean, both jumping up for a ball. I mean, it's not
Yeah,
that kind of injury where you can be like really afraid. He got a little bruise.
it's just that you just question if he can play, but he is most likely gonna play. I think it's gonna be a close game. I think
Yeah.
I don't know. I think we are getting one of the two wins now in our next two games. I feel like we need to, and I think we will.
If we could win the next two games, man, that would really put us in a good place.
Because
'Cause then we,
and we need to beat the Wolves. We need to beat 100%, and the Pistons, because that's the teams we have to beat. And then the Mavs, I think the Mavs we could get the Mavs too, but that one is gonna be tough too.
Um, it will be all interesting, I think. Moving forward, like I said, the next two are. The funny thing is, why is this? Why is it 8 o'clock, but it's not a national television game? That's weird.
Is it the Mavs one?
No, the Milwaukee game. It's Saturday at 8, but it's not nationally televised.
yeah, no, it's not. Sometimes they do that.
I'm pretty sure the Mavs one is. And
Yeah,
it
the
was
Mavs on NBA TV.
yeah, it wasn't listed before, but it is one of our six.
Yeah, it's
Um,
on NBA TV. Yep.
we play the Lakers. Well, that's not until April, but the thing, like I
And
said,
the Nets game is on NBA TV. It's the only place it's on is national television. No MSG.
Yeah, that'll be a good game. A lot of people will probably watch that.
yeah, it'll be interesting. Um, again, like I said, I just, I'm just not getting ahead of myself.
Oh, I mean, me either. I just, as a fan, I think that they're gonna play better on Saturday against Milwaukee than they played against the first game out of the break. I mean, we're 1-1 against them. It's not like they can't be beat. We beat them.
Yeah, they
The thing about
they blew us.
us recently, since the All Star break, is the fact that we come out the gate so slow,
Yeah,
and it's always like we just get down. And Milwaukee is one of those teams to where
take
I
it back.
feel like if we get down against Milwaukee, we're not going to come back like we did against the Wizards.
I agree.
So they can't come out here shooting poorly, playing sloppy, incohesive, lackluster basketball that we've seen at the start of games from them a lot of times. Um, and that's my issue.
Yeah, we gotta stop with that starting slow pace because the good teams and the good defensive teams and offensive teams because the Bucks are definitely both in their respective ways. If we start off slow, they're gonna take advantage, and then it's gonna be farther and farther away from us being able to come back. Because what we
Because
saw,
don't think we're gonna come back against from down 18 against the Bucks.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean every possession counts
yeah,
with the
Hmm.
Bucks. I think the bottom line is again, Giannis is one of the most dominant players in the league right now, and they are one of the most skilled defensive in every
and
position.
offensive, yeah,
So we can't afford to, you know, take any time off, any plays off. We have to use every single one of them. And I've always said this: the biggest thing for me is make these guys work. You know what I'm saying? I mean, for me, the first thing I want to do, I want to get Brook Lopez in foul trouble.
mm.
The focus shouldn't be on Giannis right away. I want to focus on getting. I want to focus on getting Brook Lopez in foul trouble because after that, who's the backup? Bobby Portis. Bobby Portis is an improved defender, but
But
we
they'll
seen
probably
what
run
he can
PJ
do.
Tucker too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, well, PJ Tucker, I think will probably be more solidified as Giannis's backup.
Yeah, more than
Because
likely.
Only
he
He might
because
plays
play
that
Bobby
five.
center
Portis has
three.
been playing that position as far as backing up Brooke Lopez.
but has he played for them so far? Has he started or came off
Nah,
bench?
he's played well, man. Bobby Portis.
No,
Yeah,
I
he
came off
has. Like I said, that's what
PJ
I'm saying.
Tucker.
He's an improved defender, but I also think that if you put pressure on them, because we didn't put pressure on them last time, you know what I'm saying? We basically let them do whatever they want. They had carte blanche on offense and defense. You know what I
Hmm.
mean?
Yeah,
And we didn't make it easier on us because look at the fact that Randall was forcing his shots. You know what I'm saying? He was in triple team coverage, still jacking up fadeaway mid range jumpers that are just hitting the front of the rim. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't even utilizing your team as far as getting other people involved. You know what I'm saying? Open looks that were open for a reason, and you would rather look them off because you want to establish yourself. And I think that's where we lost the game because there was moments when I was looking at our scoring, and because of the fact that we had ball movement, and the first thing I thought was, well, if we had done that in the beginning of the game, then maybe we wouldn't be down by so much. You know what I'm saying? And I think, with basketball being a game of runs, all it takes is a good run to take them out of position. So I feel like, that's what I'm saying. The first thing I would do is I want to take Brook Lopez out of the equation because he hovers, because of the fact that Giannis is such a dominant force on both ends of the floor. He has the ability and the capability and the freedom to hover. So when Giannis might not be able to get to that one person to get a block, here comes Brook Lopez and his big body to swat a shot out the air or to make you change your shot mid shot. You know what I mean? So I think that with things like that, if we just attack them and put them in a position where okay, we're getting to the line. The same thing we did tonight to get out of a deficit is the same thing we could do to put them in one. Stop the clock and hit our free throws. We can make it really interesting. Despite the outcome of the game, if we can keep it close, that would be a bigger thing than the expected blowout. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. I honestly think that the Knicks have a chance to go 7-0 or 6-1 over, including these last two wins.
someone has a crazy idea.
So I can really see us winning the next five
Yeah, I was about to
or
say
four out of
crazy said
five.
that
So
we have the potential to get a seven game winning streak. What do you guys think our record is going to be in the next 7 games? Because we have in the next 7 we have the Bucks, the Heat, Timberwolves, the Mavs, Pistons, the Nets, and the Celtics. Those are our 7.
5-2.
You want me to be realistic?
Yeah, no, yeah. Be realistic. Not because we definitely need to win. At least half of those games.
Maybe 3-4. That's
Mm,
being realistic. 4-3, maybe.
I think
I
4 and 3.
think
It
4-3.
depends. The Miami game is a toss up.
Yeah,
I think we can beat Minnesota, Dallas, and Detroit.
yeah. And
That's
the Nets,
4.
it depends on
But
who's out.
that Miami game is really honestly, and as much as I would like to say that we're going to beat the Bucks, and I just looked at the Bucks last like 5 games, and they're just like a well-oiled machine right
They've been
now. They are
together.
so like their scoring is pretty much
Their scoring has
spaced out.
increased
They
so
have
much.
like 6, 7, 8 players in double digits. And the funny thing is, the last 3 games, PJ Tucker's only scored 3 points.
But he's one of those that the score the
Yeah,
box.
he does all the
It's
small
not
little
the stats.
things. But like I said, the Minnesota, Dallas, and Detroit, I think we can win those games.
Yeah,
Milwaukee and Brooklyn, Brooklyn depending on who plays. Like
yeah.
Brooklyn.
Celtics, I think is also a toss up. But
Yeah.
we did. Yeah, I mean, wait.
I have more faith of us beating Boston. I think Boston is a team that's regressed, and I'm honestly looking at this point. I asked this question the other day: if for what you've seen from them, being the team that they've been already, if they don't make it to the second round, do you start questioning whether or not Brad Stevens is the problem?
No, I don't think it's Brad Stevens.
I don't think it's really. I don't think it's his problem.
I honestly think it might be Danny Ainge.
Ainge, yeah, because he's been pulling away from the trigger so many years. Now they finally made the move for Fournier, and I think they traded.
City, thank you for the super chat. And he says, "Get those likes up." Shout out to the chat. Excuse me. Thanks for having me, Uncle Freezy, and my Freezy voice. I can't do it. New York Knicks fans, you already know. Show your support for Knicks at Night podcast. I can't do the Freezy voice. I'm sorry. It's not in me to do it.
Yeah, salute, City. Salute, bro.
Yeah, and about the Celtics, I think that Celtics game, I was saying it's a toss up, but I completely forgot we played them without Tatum. Now they're gonna have Tatum and they're gonna have Fournier, so that does change it up for me. But I think that is a game that could go either way. I think that is kind of like a toss up for me too.
We'll see how Evan Fournier fits into that team.
Yeah,
and maybe if they get Drummond,
also he come off the bench.
Who, Drummond?
No. Fournier for them.
Oh yeah, Fournier. That's why I was saying I routed Nick earlier. Like, I think Fournier is a plus. Anytime that you can add an 18 to 20 point a game scorer, and you don't really give up anything to get him, then that's a plus because you're not losing. If you take Brown or Tatum out the game, then you still have their offensive production.
Yeah, and they were saying that the Knicks, let me read it again. They said that Drummond will listen to pitches from the Knicks, the Lakers, Clippers, Celtics, and Hornets, and he will come up with which ones. Yeah.
So we'll see.
Oh, no, I'm just not sold on Drummond. He got more negatives than positives to the game. You think about the fact that, again, his interior scoring and rebounding, those are the pluses, right? But now let's look at the negatives. You have a slower pace of game because he's a slower guy than any of the centers that we have right now, which means that we're going to have him play catch up with us, which means we're going to have to slow down our offense even more, right? Then
I don't look at it that way, but go ahead.
Why wouldn't
I don't think of it that way either because Colin Sexton, they run the floor over there in Cleveland with him.
Yeah, I don't think it's about the slower pace. I think
but you got to look at the fact that their pace when they score, a lot of that scoring is in transition. That's why they were always looked at as one of the better, even in the beginning of the season. The first thing they said about them when they was winning games was the fact that they were a good second quarter team, because they put the pressure on a lot of people, forced a lot of turnovers, and got a lot of their buckets in transition. Thanks to players like from Isaac Okoro, those deflections from Isaac Okoro, Colin Sexton's deflections, you know what I mean? And it gave them open looks for players like Darius Garland. And a lot of those mentions that was going on didn't have Drummond included because he was sitting on the bench during those time frames. He would start a game, but he would be on the floor in the second quarters. So for me, I'm looking at it like style of play. Again, they're a transition team, and right now we're a half court team. But even with that, it's easier for defenses to set up against us because of the fact that we're a half court team and we play at a slow pace. So bringing in somebody who plays even slower makes it even more difficult for us to get those buckets that we already fight enough for as is. Then on top of that,
I don't think that Andre Drummond plays slow. He might play slow because they want to move up and down. So that's why it seems like he's playing slow. But if they played slow just because they played a slow pace, then he would fit in. Like, Andre Drummond's not a slow player. So if you put him in a half-court team, it's not like he disrupt anything because he's still playing at a pace that everyone else is playing at. It's not like you see Mitchell Robinson streaking up and down the court on fast breaks with us at all. So what would we be losing? Because like I said, if that was the case, please let me know what game that was.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Whenever you see Mitchell Robinson streaking for fast breaks.
Nope.
Well, maybe not this season, but last season he was doing it.
Under Tom Thibodeau,
right?
You don't see it.
Yeah, but
not as much at all. Definitely.
And then on top of that, now that you bring up Mitch, we're losing that defensive capability because the one thing we know for sure about Drummond is he is not a good interior defender. Getting a block or two every now and then is the same thing. It's the same thing like with Karl Anthony Towns. You can get a couple of blocks here and there, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're a good interior defender. So protecting the paint will still be an issue. And then on top of that, the one thing that Mitch can do is he can switch on the perimeter. So we'll lose that aspect if we're going with Drummond, you know. And I mean, I'm not saying that as far as we're getting rid of Mitch if we're getting Drummond, but I am looking at the fact that if you bring in Drummond, I'm more than likely you're expecting him to start, right?
Yeah.
I don't see him coming here because I don't think he's going to get that. Like, hey, do you want to start? Do you want to play?
The front office.
I think Andre Drummond's going to want to play.
Wherever he goes, he's going to start.
Yeah.
And
That's why I don't think he's
that's what
coming
I'm saying.
here.
And then you think about the contention that might bring about with the Mitchell Robinson who's trying to establish himself. I'm trying to get paid, but you got this guy now playing in front of me. So how does that work? You know, and
Well,
you got
he's
to
not
think
doing
about
nothing right
sometimes these
now to
guys got
get paid.
egos.
So
Yeah, these guys got egos too. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it could be a benefit and it can be a detriment. So you got to look at it from that aspect as well. It can be a disruption bringing
or
in
you could look
somebody
at it
like
in a
that.
way of your team just trying to get better.
Yeah, that's true too. And I
That's
mean,
how I
in
think.
all intents and purposes, I would love for that. But you know, like I said, I'm only bringing in the
I know
other
what you mean.
aspect that nobody
Right.
thinks about
Yeah.
because everybody's so quick to say, you know, because of the positives. Like, okay, let's focus on the other aspects of it. You know what I mean? And I think that's where we have to, you know, because that's what I think what the deal is with the front offices. Why we always talk about why they didn't pull the trigger on the trade and all that stuff. Well, you got to look at it from other aspects and just the benefits. You know what I mean? You have to look at the other side of it. And I think that with Andre Drummond, you know, you have to do that as well. Because as much as we sit here and talk about, even now, you know, Kev, as far as the pace of play, the style of play that they had, he was doing the same thing in Detroit. And the most he got out of it is an all-star nod for playing good in the first half of the season. But he's never been to a playoff. The offense was ran through him at times, and it didn't win him any games. So, you know, I'm just again, you know, what does he do that changes the momentum, the trajectory? What does he do to improve the status of our roster?
He was in the playoffs.
No, I think they just got swept.
Yeah, they got swept twice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in 2019 they made it. They were the 8th seed. Yeah, they versed Milwaukee and then they versed Cleveland in 2016. But
Yeah,
they got swept both times. But he did do pretty decent. Yeah, he had good games.
I mean,
Okay, well, see that's funny again. See, I'm saying his impact. I forgot that he was even in the playoffs. I didn't even know he was in the playoffs.
Yeah, because I remember that Detroit team. It's always Detroit or Orlando that would always just make the 8th seed and do nothing. Like after that, they've been doing that for the last few years. That's why I'm pretty sure Orlando just decided to break it up because they always sit at the 8th seed.
the only thing I say about Drummond is that he's another guy that you could run the offense through late in the game when you want to get Randall a break, when you want to give RJ a break. You can't. There's no other option. Both those guys got to play big minutes because you can't run the offense through anybody else right now. And if you have a big man who is, I mean, let's be honest, Andre Drummond is offensively a lot better than Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah.
Um, and you don't really, I mean, I don't think you lose a ton defensively. Yeah, I get that, you know, we love to see the Mitch, you know, we like Mitch and he gets up and he gets rebounds. But, I mean, the reality is Drummond is a better player than Mitchell Robinson. And it's not going to cost you the same it would have cost you to trade for him. You're going to pick him up in a buyout. It's going to be league minimum, 1.5. I mean, it's not really going to, you're not paying for his contract. So, I mean, he's an all-star player in the prime of
Yeah.
his career. Why not take a chance on him to make your team better? It's not about Mitchell Robinson wanting a contract. It's really about trying to get this team to the next level. And if this is a guy that you can look at and see if maybe we can build and grow with and he can do something for a contract, then go ahead. Do it. I would
I
do it.
got
I
you.
would take a fly on him because offensively, when Randall needs to sit down, you can run offense for him. He can hit a three. I mean, he could even get you a basket whenever he wants to get you a basket.
Okay. Okay.
That's interesting.
That's a good. I mean, that's a good
Yeah,
point.
that's a
You
good
know what I'm
argument.
saying? And I think at the end of the day, that's what you need in order for debate to be a debate. You know what I'm saying? You got to bring something to the table. So I appreciate that. And I got to say,
But I
I
do
forgot
understand
about
what you're
him.
saying.
Yeah, I forgot about him going to the playoffs.
Yeah,
It's been such a, again,
long time.
it's
Not
been a
even a
minute.
long time. It's just when you think
It's
about
been
young
it's been
players
2 years.
without playoff experience.
It's 2 years ago.
Yeah, it was in 2019.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Last year, Orlando was the eighth seed.
Yeah, Orlando, and the year before was Detroit.
Yep. So
Okay.
it's like 2 years ago.
Yeah, they just sit around the same area. It's this year they're both down.
Kev, I have a question. I didn't get to see you yesterday or today. How did your interviews go?
Um, they went extraordinary. They were very tiring and taxing, but it went well. I'm still waiting to hear kind of back from one. The
The number two one that you wanted.
yeah, the number two one that I want, of course, is the one that's taking forever to actually get back from. And I don't want to have to email the GM. But look, I'm just showing up on Monday. Um,
Bring a thank you letter.
but I think they went well. So we'll find
That's
out
good,
tomorrow
brother.
morning
I'll
more than
keep praying
likely.
for you, bro. I'll be praying
Thank
for you
you,
to
thank
get that thing. Listen, I'm gonna head out, go to bed. Hope you guys have a great night. I'll holler at y'all tomorrow. Go Knicks, good W.
Peace out. Have a good.
You too, man. Have a good one.
Always
Stay
great
safe
sharing
out
the
there.
floor with you guys, man. Appreciate y'all.
Same goes for you.
In the chat, all love, they already know that. Summer Singh, Boost Mobile, our future gaming brother, Julian, Kaiser, Andre Bryant, everybody, all love.
I don't know if I see Freezy's little thing there, but I don't
Yeah,
know if he's actually here or not.
he just got here.
Hey, Rob, what you cooking?
I ain't know. I ain't heard Robin in forever. And we got Rob was even here.
Yeah, last time Rob was away, he was cooking something, some
Yeah,
spaghetti or
just
something.
yeah, some spaghetti.
Hmm. I'm gonna be cooking on it. Well, I don't cook anything at all, anyways. But whatever. I know I need something to drink, so y'all to excuse me for 1 second.
You in here, Freezy?
I think he's here.
Okay, so all right. With are there any moves that you can see or that you would want us to make going forward? Anybody in the buyout that you think could benefit? Would you want to go for LaMarcus Aldridge?
Well, that one is an interesting one, but they did say that he's not talking. He's only talking to the Nets, the Heat. I think they said Portland and the Lakers. So that already puts us out of it because I'm pretty sure they already said who's going to have a meeting or not. But I
Okay.
don't know. I wasn't. I mean, for the fit on this team, I think he would be decent, but I don't know. I never really wanted him from the buyout. I feel like
Yeah, I
yeah,
think he made a mistake leaving Portland.
yeah. I think I don't know. They said the Heat are the front runner, but I don't know. I would like to see him on the Blazers because him and Dame wanted to play again. They said recently, like not too long ago. But I think they already have they're established there right now with the power forward situation center thing.
Did you see that Vucevic was Vucevic ever on the market or projected
Mm, They
to be
said
on the market?
they said that they wouldn't trade him unless it's like a Drew Holiday type of deal or like something that blew them away. I think they got robbed. Like right when I saw, I thought they got robbed because they gave a 2021 and a 2023 first round on Wendell Carter, and I think that 2021 is definitely not gonna be as valuable now. It's gonna be in the teens, but I don't know. I think they could have gotten another first round pick and maybe yeah, a first round pick probably would have been fine, an extra one. Because I feel like they get a little less. They're too yeah, they are too small. They play a lot of small ball in Portland, but it is working out for them. They're doing really well this season. They just beat the Heat, thankfully, but it was kind of from a, a bad call. Mm. Who do you think is the biggest factor for us winning one of the next two or both? Who do you think is our biggest factor? They can never win like that in the playoffs, though. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this year it is different for them though, because Gary Trent and Rodney Hood for Powell actually does. They actually do put the Portland Trailblazers in a better situation, but I still think either way they're not going to be able to pay for any of them. They weren't going to be able to pay Gary Trent. They're not going to be able to pay Powell unless they make some trade, which I don't really know how the cap is there, but I know that they generally right now they can't do that.
Alrighty. I'm sorry.
It's good.
What's going on?
They were talking about the buyout about LaMarcus Aldridge, and I said that
I think he's going to Miami.
yeah, I said Miami, and I said the Blazers. I would like to see him there, just because Dame and him said they wanted to reunite one day, so that could happen.
Speaking of the Blazers, it turns out, of course, after the trade deadline is done, that Nurkic is going to be back
Yeah,
tomorrow.
he's getting back next week, right? Or
No,
this
tomorrow.
really?
Yeah, he's coming back tomorrow. Yeah.
Damn.
Tomorrow, the day after the trade deadline.
Yeah, it is sad, but I think Dame really likes Nurkic.
Nurkic is a great player. Nurkic is the type of center I wish was on the Knicks
He is
because
so
he's really good defensively, and he has such an offensive skill set to where he can stretch
yeah,
the floor. He's a great passer from the center position.
and he can shoot and do. He's basically a good all around center.
He just gets hurt
Yeah,
like
he
every season.
legit gets hurt every year for half the season. It's
But
that's why last year, because people were talking about the Blazers last year being bad, but then they had to understand that Nurkic is a big piece to that team. That's why they didn't do as good as they did. That's why they got into the play-in. And now this season they managed to do well without Nurkic and CJ McCollum though. They've been able to play well because Gary Trent stepped up and they've been playing a lot of small ball, a lot. But it has been working out
yeah, so I mean, that's just bringing them. But I really think like the Marcus. I think Miami is.
a lot.
If I were a betting man, I'd say he's going to Miami.
Yeah,
Um,
I think it's a lock.
which means they'll have a starting lineup of probably Bam,
Oh,
LaMarcus,
nah, he
Jimmy
wouldn't.
Butler, Oladipo, and
Wait, let me
Dragic.
Dragic.
let me see their starting lineup right now. All right, so they started Trevor Ariza today and Gabe Vincent. Okay, so their starting lineup will be it will be Dragic, Butler, either Duncan Robinson or Tyler Hero, but Tyler Hero has been coming in.
Oladipo is definitely going to start if he's.
Oh, I forgot. I completely no, because I'm looking at the roster right now.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, Oladipo is
Oladipo.
definitely starting. That's why I said you're
Yeah,
gonna insert
that is so
Oladipo
that
and
is like a
LaMarcus.
stack lineup because you have half defense and half like offense. Like half the
So
players can play defense, half can't. play it as
That's
well.
what I said. Miami's gonna shoot up. Chicago's gonna shoot up.
The
Um,
I mean, the Hawks did get Lou Will. Rondo didn't do anything for them. Basically,
and
it's
the
not the
Hawks are gonna
playoff
be there. That's why I said the Knicks have to win games that
that we expect them to win now because
you
they
can't
are.
go out there and lay eggs against like Minnesota and Detroit.
Yeah,
Um,
we should not lose those games. Yeah,
so
Melo has stepped up. Yeah, Bam does play center. They wouldn't. There's no way they would run up. I mean, they are gonna interchange though. It depends. Do they have a big man off the bench?
who Miami? Uh,
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know. Oh wait. Oh yeah, they have Precious. I forgot.
Oh yes, him.
Yeah, yeah. Nah,
Funny name.
they would start and just interchange.
So that's pretty much that. So I mean, with when they got rid of Miles Myers Leonard, for
Yeah,
his
because of what he did. Yeah,
thing, they kind of took away a little bit of size that they had. So getting LaMarcus Aldridge is only going to be
a no,
basically just a plus
it's
for
a
them.
no-brainer for them.
Um, so they'll have a good team. As I said,
It's
we can't take these games like this lightly, and it kills me. Like I said, we came literally a Carl Anthony Towns jumper away from losing to Minnesota the last time we played them. It took us a Reggie Bullock steal at the end of the game to beat the Orlando Magic.
yeah, but those are like outliers though, like in a way, because every team has those type of moments. But that is a good point at the same time. But still, that is kind of outlier. All teams have those moments.
I mean, you're not always going to get the breaks.
Yeah,
Case in point, our game against Brooklyn, we didn't get a break in that game.
yeah.
Um,
Back to back happen like that.
so it's fine if you're losing teams like Brooklyn, you're losing teams like Philadelphia. But when it's Minnesota and Orlando, Detroit, then we need to win all those games because, like I said,
If we can,
Miami's getting better, Atlanta's going to be better, Boston is going to be better, Chicago is going to be better, and you don't want to slip out. Here's the thing: you want to stay
in the
within four
top
to
six.
six
Yeah,
because with the 7 through 10 seed having to play that. I mean, here's the thing: so if we played like
let me check
Atlanta
the teams.
for a play-in game,
Hmm.
could we beat Atlanta?
It
Yes.
de- it
Do I
depends.
want to take the chance to do it? No, I don't want to take the chance. I'd rather just be in the playoffs.
Are we in the outside or inside? Are you looking in from the outside of the seeds? Or are you in the play-in? Like you're the one that's the 10th or 9th? Because you still have to play if you're in the 7th or 8th, obviously.
Yeah. So if you're like 6, you just don't worry. You're in it. You're fine.
And then if you're in 7th or 8th, you would have to beat them once, but they would have to beat you twice. That's the thing.
So I'd just much rather.
The sixth would be the. I think personally, the perfect situation for us would be the 5th or the 4th seed, just because we wouldn't have to go against Philly, the Bucks, or the Nets. Because then that's just because I feel like that team we definitely have a possibility of being able to actually put in a really good fight.
Against who?
I said besides going into the 6th seed, because I don't want to be 6, 7, or 8. So if we're 4 or 5, that gives us the best situation because we wouldn't have to go against the 76ers, the Nets, and the Bucks, and we definitely would have a pretty good chance of being able to actually do something against the other teams. Like, for example, the Celtics, I feel like that would be a good series. The Heat will be a good series. Like, the Hawks, if the Hawks somehow manage to stay at that spot too, like I think we could beat them in a 7-game series. I feel like that could go. I mean,
I mean, I think that we can beat anyone outside of the top 3.
yeah, I
I think
agree.
everyone outside the top 3 is pretty much a stretch. Like, can we beat Philadelphia with a
Mm,
healthy Embiid and 7? No, we can't
no,
even beat them without Embiid.
and no one is gonna guard and beat on our team.
Yeah, no, that's not gonna
That
happen.
that's the thing. And then
Milwaukee is better than us.
yeah,
Brooklyn fully healthy is just
it's
in a
it's
class
just
by
like
themselves, anyways. And so, and this isn't even being negative about my team. This is just
it's
being
just
honest
being
about
real.
everyone else.
Yeah, I think that's just, we didn't have
So
Mitch when we lost them games.
everyone else, like
Yeah,
the Miamis, and they might be in the next tier down, right? They might be like 1B. We might go to if anything, I can say game 7
game
they kind of
seven.
pull away in 7.
I feel that
Um,
series is a game 6 or 7. I wouldn't think we would get. I don't know. I feel like that would be a good series.
um, Boston, I think we can beat Boston in a 7-game series,
Hmm.
depending on if you see
That's the tough
there
part.
can't be any inconsistent games from like Burks or Bullock, right?
Yeah,
'Cause we're gonna need him to be consistent every single game in that series. Um, Chicago, it'll be. I want to see Chicago play with Vucevic.
Vucevic. Yeah,
Um,
it's weird.
so
They're gonna have Vucevic. Their starting lineup is probably because I think they have Kobe White on the bench now, so it would be Satoransky,
yeah, they got Sadaransky, Levine,
Levine,
Patrick Williams,
Patrick Williams.
Markkinen, and Vucevic.
Yeah, that's a pretty tall lineup. That's a big lineup. Like pause, but that's actually a big lineup because you
So
got two nearly 1 7 foot guy, then you have a near 7 foot guy. You have like a 6'8" Patrick Williams.
I'm not gonna say that Markkinen didn't kill us last time.
Yeah, but we did well executing him the next game.
The thing
'Cause
about it, the Knicks bigs. Here's that. As much as we praise Julius Randle for what he does,
Talk
Julius
about it,
Randle's
Kev. I know where you're going.
yeah, I
not
know where you're going.
really a good defensive player, right? Like I'm
Yeah,
just calling it how it is. Like
I
Julius
agree.
Randle's not a good defensive player.
He gets lazy sometimes on defense from the outside, but that's a problem with our whole team. But
Um,
is he got better
Because
at defense, but
Hachimura was
he's still
allowed to get off.
yeah, he's still not as good as he
do
could.
you think if you are a stretch fours, if you look back at the season, stretch fours kill us.
Hmm.
Like they kill us because Julius Randle just does not get out to the perimeter.
Yeah,
And I hate to say that it's because he's probably in there for the rebound to pad stats, and I don't want to say that,
nah, it's not. Nah, I wouldn't say that.
but it's like Julius. It does not matter if you get 10, 12, 13 rebounds. Guard your man.
I think it's just that he because we had a problem in that game, and we have a problem like you said, stretch bigs or like just in general with wings. People on the switches they get lazy with the switch, so you would see like Alfred and Randall when they have a switch, they get lazy on top. That's what happened when Laurie was hitting those threes. They would get lazy on the switch, and then it would lead to open three. So I feel like that's where it mainly is. We just because you see how we play RJ. You see how RJ plays like in the paint and he like sticks his foot out and in to not get the 3 seconds, and then they run out into the wing when it gets the pass. Like it's a weird thing the way we play it.
They have this thing where they lead the 3-point shooter. Well, it's they people say
It's
it's by design, right? Because they want to pack the paint
it's
to prevent layups. But it's such a to me it's such a dangerous tactic to use because when teams get hot, you'll
it's
see players. Who do we play? We played.
this the Magic got hot when we
Was
played them
that the
that way.
Magic when they were like they had two players like somebody was like 3 for 3 and the other player was like 5 for 5 or something like that. From
I don't know,
three.
but I remember the Magic when we played them the last time when we didn't beat them. They were making every shot. Yeah, I mean we did leave a lot of open shots, but they were making contested shots too. And then versus the Bucks, we let Brian Forbes go 7 for 7.
All right. See, that's what I mean. Like
Like
it's a
those
dangerous
can't
tactic.
happen
Um,
because he doesn't
when you play like that, and it's just something that I just don't think that you can.
continue doing.
Not a, no, I wouldn't. I just don't like the strategy myself.
That's what I'm saying. That's not something you wouldn't continue doing.
Hey fellas, I'm about to cut out. Just wanted to wish everybody a good night. Y'all stay safe wherever y'all are in the world, and we'll get it next time. Y'all be good out there.
So
I'm actually, let me call Freddie 'cause I'm about to head out myself.
let me tell. I'm starting to get tired. It's kind of late.
Cause let me call him. Hold on one second. Hold on while I meet myself. All right.
That's what the Bucks do also. Yeah, the Bucks do. A lot of teams do that against the Bucks though, and we did do that against the Bucks.
I think Freezy just hung up on me. You see, this is what happens, everybody. This is wrong with those folks, light skinned people. I'm gonna start calling light people Denver Nuggets. Well,
So
everyone, we have an off night tomorrow. More importantly, we have 6 more days to the start of baseball. So let's go Mets. M's down for the Mets.
uh,
Um.
I'm not a baseball fan.
Oh wow, you're really missing out.
Yeah, I don't know. My friends are crazy baseball fans. I can't.
Baseball is a beautiful sport. It's really a thinking game. Um,
Yeah,
it
I
has an
can't watch the
interesting
game.
history, but you got to get into it, I guess. Have you? I mean, sure you've seen baseball.
Yeah, I just can't. I can't watch it. I don't know. I get bored.
I can see how you could, but it's exciting. I think if you ever saw a live baseball game, it'll change your opinion on things.
Yeah, definitely. Cause
Uh,
my friends. I mean, I have a lot of Yankee fans.
no, I'm
Yankees
sorry.
fan. Okay. I mean, yeah, whatever. Yeah, and they go to the games and they say it's crazy, and the experience is definitely better. That is with a few things. Like when I try to watch, I mean, I started watching the NFL a little this year, but I don't know.
Not
I
into football.
what happened?
Say not into football either.
Uh, I mean, I would be a casual with it, but I mean, I started watching it a bit more.
Hope you let the Jets. Those
Mm,
Giants are just hit and miss.
yeah,
Now, baseball is it's an interesting game. The Mets, which of course I'm a fan of,
yeah,
also
I know.
Freely is too.
Yeah, you guys are like diehard fans for. I respect it.
Well, I love sports in general, right? Like I think basketball is probably my first love, and then I got into baseball. So I got into baseball and football in the late '90s. Um, this is back when the Jets had like Vinny Testaverde and Curtis Martin and Keyshawn and Wayne Corbett and uh,
Were they like Is that when they had a really good team?
yes, we were 12-4. We had Bill Parcells. We went to the AFC Championship game, lost to John Elway and the Broncos.
Mm.
Then it just kind of went down there. Then we got a guy named Herm Edwards, and I loved the Herm Edwards years. We had Chad Pennington and Lavernius Coles and Santana Moss and still had Curtis Martin. Now that I think about it, but those are good years. Then we had the who do we have between Chad Pennington? We didn't. It's a blur
How long
between
ago was
Chad
this?
Pennington. Oh wow! So Chad Pennington last played in 2005.
Now, six
Yeah.
years ago.
So then we had Brett Favre for one year. Then we had the Mark Sanchez years, and we won 2 back-to-back AFC championships with Mark Sanchez. Then we had Geno Smith, and that wasn't
Hey,
good at
Kev, you
all.
called me. Hey, Kev, you called me just now.
Yeah, I did. I was saying we was about to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I answered, but you didn't say nothing.
I was saying hello.
He said he hung up. You hung up.
Oh,
on
I
him.
You
didn't.
said you hung up on me.
No, I didn't hear you. I thought you pocket dialed me.
No. I called you, and I was like, hello.
Oh no, I swear I didn't hear you, man. I swear I didn't hear you. That because I
Yes.
saw what you picked up, but I just didn't hear you on the other end.
That's all right. Yeah, I was
So
like,
so I know. So we had to wrap up, man. But the Tony Stark thing is real. The Tony Stark thing is real. I went back to it. I watched a whole bunch of movies. The Tony Stark thing is real, bro.
What is
It's
the Tony
real.
Stark thing? What is that?
how is it real?
So Tony Stark. So Tony Stark legit made a bunch of mistakes leading up to the Infinity Saga. Right? A lot of bad mistakes, man.
Wow, now they're bad.
And I think he felt like, yeah, man. There's just a lot of them.
I don't really see.
The Age of Ultron situation.
Yeah, that was.
If you want to say the Age of Ultron is Tony Stark's fault, I might give you that. But
Yeah.
everything else, like I really can't see anything else
No,
being
man.
on Tony.
Tony
Like
Stark.
Today I watched Dark World, right? And I
Yeah.
have no idea how the Dark World has anything to do with Tony Stark
Right.
at all.
Right.
Which was I'm glad about it because I thought about you when I was watching this. I was like, you know what? When Frida died, because his thing. But I'll give Marvel this: when one of their like characters dies, you feel it.
Yeah.
Like you feel when one of their like, God, I can't believe they died. This is
Especially in
sad
Endgame.
stuff.
Like when Spider-Man got snapped. Oh
Yeah.
boy.
That was. Yeah.
When he got snapped, it was weird because I was like, why is he lasting longer than everybody else? Everybody else just disappeared. He hung on.
He did last a lot longer than I would.
He gave a whole soliloquy. Like, why don't you just disappear now?
Yeah.
But when Thor's mother died,
I didn't. Yeah.
that hit me right here.
That was crazy.
Because you felt it. Like everybody on Asgard felt like she was loved.
Yeah, that was just sad.
That's sad. I was like, God, they killed Frida?
Yeah.
And Frida won that fight, by the way, between
Yeah.
like the head. She won that fight. You had to get help.
Right.
But Tony Stark is
Right.
a saint almost. He should probably have his own holiday on Earth.
You bugging. They did give him a holiday on Earth, remember? In the Spider-Man movie.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh geez, what's it?
Far From Home.
The Spider-Man movie, the first Marvel movie. Yeah.
Far From Home.
Yeah, remember they gave him a holiday and did all the murals and all that stuff for Tony Stark.
And he deserves it for his ultimate sacrifice.
Yeah, he definitely does. That's the like, bro. I remember when I was watching it, so people were actually crying.
I think I got a little moisture in my eyes.
Yeah, but people were like full on crying.
Because Tony Stark is that dude. I don't know why Freezy just hates him.
Wait, Freezy, you don't like Tony Stark?
I didn't say I dislike Tony Stark.
Is he
I
just
never
not
said that.
Don't believe
Who's
it.
your favorite Marvel character?
No, I know. I'm saying that I believe my man is overrated and Hoodie Cav's eyes.
The man who sacrificed his life
for
all
of humanity is overrated.
Hey, Tony Stark is not a pass first Avenger.
Wow.
Tony Stark is not a field general.
Pass first Avenger.
I mean, I think what he did is
Justin
he gave the ultimate assist, don't you think?
Interesting.
No, I don't. I think the chickens came home to roost.
Wow. Wow. I mean, can we elaborate more on this a little bit?
I was the real hero on today's. Wait, isn't Trelly that?
Yeah,
I just realized
yeah,
Trelly's the troll.
yeah,
Yeah, get him out of
yeah,
here.
I just don't know
yeah. Oh,
why
don't worry about
feel
it.
this way about feel this way about Anthony Stark.
Yeah, Tony Stark
Doctor
is.
Strange was the. You think so?
Listen, Doctor Strange to me is my favorite character. Right?
Yeah, he's
I
really
rock with Doctor Strange.
the way they introduced him.
But he is, I'm pretty sure
Pennington.
Doctor Strange is probably more selfish than Tony Stark is.
No, Kev. No, you can't say that because Doctor Strange was humbled
Selfish.
more than Tony Stark. Doctor
What in the
Strange was
Dickens?
yes, he was humbled. Tony Stark wasn't humbled.
He gave his life for humanity. What if that's not humility? I don't know what is.
I thought you said we was getting out of here, and now you going on a Tony Stark rampage. That's just like a Tony Stark fan. That's just like so selfish, man. So selfish.
Wow.
Everything's got to be about Tony Stark.
I don't really how you
Tony
determine
Stark.
this.
Tony Stark is legit the worst Avenger.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
No,
Tony Stark is a worse Avenger than Hawkeye.
Oh wow.
Hawkeye is a better Avenger than Tony Stark.
Freezy. That's just disrespectful.
I think right now you are trolling.
I meant that to be. I meant that to be too, by the way.
Wow.
Speaking of something, I'm going to get out of there. What was your opinion on? Cause I don't know. Did you actually watch the Snyder Cut yet? Did you actually stay awake for the whole showing?
I keep snoozing through it, man. It's whack.
Oh my lord! Everybody and their mama says they love the movie. It's a much better movie than the 2017 version.
Kev,
can't even stay awake to watch it.
The intro is an hour long. An hour into the movie, you still seeing starring such and such.
You literally don't do
crazy.
that. Literally, you probably don't see that after like the first 5 minutes.
No, you lying. You know the intro was super long.
Literally not. Because they go to, you have the thing where Superman dies, then you go to Themyscira, and they had a little battle there. And that's pretty much like the intro. Then it's over.
No, Kev, you stop lying, man. You telling them
this
is a bold-faced fib.
Why don't you watch it from where you've already seen his pick up there, since the intro is already going now? Why don't you pick up where you left off at instead of watching it from the beginning again?
The intro is so long, it's making me sleepy thinking about it.
Why don't you just skip the intro since you've already seen it? Why don't you just pick up from where you left off at?
Yeah, it's I don't know, man.
It's worth it once you get past that. Because you haven't gotten to the part where they've introduced Darkseid, have you?
Yeah.
You have? Because
remember, I'm the one that told you. You remember when I told you my back felt like I was what's the dude name? I keep forgetting his name. What's the dude that got stabbed in the back? Stabbed from behind. The villain got stabbed from behind.
Steppenwolf.
I remember the other day I told you. Remember the other day I told you my back felt like Steppenwolf? Remember that?
Yes. So
Okay.
you've seen
All right.
it.
So yeah, I've got yeah.
I can't believe then you
Yeah.
don't like it.
So okay, so name your top 5 Avengers, just so that I can be clear that see
My
if we're on
top,
the same page.
my personal top 5.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Doctor Strange.
Captain America.
Captain America is
Definitely not. Doctor
You
Strange.
crazy.
what?
Cap.
The Captain America
Um,
series for me is one of my favorites.
Black Panther.
Black
Black
Panther.
Panther.
Thor. Actually,
Oh, get out of here.
I don't know.
Thor is that dude.
Yeah,
So
but
you left off you left off the girl already.
I'm only a 3.
Yes, she should be in the top 3.
Ooh, no. I don't know who you're talking about. You
God,
talking
I
about
keep
Captain
forgetting her
Marvel?
name. No, you know I ain't talking about no damn Captain Marvel. You know I ain't talking about Captain Marvel. To me, Captain Marvel ruined the MCU. Right? We could have legit done without Captain Marvel and Tony Stark.
Wow. Honestly, there
wow,
would be no Avengers without Tony Stark.
that's a wild take.
I know this. But if you read the comic book, the real Infinity Saga, like you know that it's a mix between the Avengers, the folks from Fantastic Four, and the X-Men. You know what I'm
I
saying?
know.
So you know it's a combination, right? And Galactus is involved, and there's some. So man, the whole thing about Tony Stark, man, is crazy. And then when you go back and watch the Iron Man movies,
What?
you're like, Iron Man 3 was not really that good.
Wasn't really
My
that.
brother-in-law told me, no lie, my brother-in-law told me, Iron Man 3 was the greatest MCU at the time. He said it was the greatest MCU movie ever made.
That
At the
was like
time.
the
Now,
best
this is when
Iron
we were
Man
walking
movie,
out of the movie theater.
I
So
think.
Iron Man was filmed in Wilmington, North Carolina. So I actually met Don Cheadle. The cast of Iron Man 3 was staying at the hotel that I was working at. This is way, way back when. And so when they ended shooting, they had a party. And Cheeto came up because Robert Downey Jr. rented a beach house. He didn't come. But Don Cheadle came. He was a really cool guy. And Gwyneth Paltrow came. And here's a secret: Gwyneth Paltrow is a drunk. She likes a glass
Yeah.
or 2 or 3.
I'm not really that impressed with her.
Gwyneth Paltrow, Pepper.
Yeah.
Do you like
Yeah, I'm
anyone
not really
from? Do you like anyone from the Iron Man movies? Is it Iron Man or is it just everyone from the Iron Man movies?
No, I don't dislike Iron Man, right? I'm not saying that. Because I like Lucky. I think Lucky and Jarvis kind of as supporting characters made the movie.
You don't like Rhodey?
Who's Rhodey?
Is there a difference? I mean, there's a difference, but
Yeah, Terrence Howard or Don Cheadle.
Don Cheadle. Because I don't look at Terrence Howard.
I did like.
I can't look at Terrence Howard and see Rhodey. I see Rhodey as because Don Cheadle's played Rhodey more.
Yeah, Don Cheadle just looks more athletic to me. You know what I'm saying? Don Cheadle looks like he could be, yeah. And Terrence Howard just looked like a dude with a suit on.
Terrence Howard on the low really messed that up for himself. Because he would have been a part of the MCU. And he thought that he should have got paid as much as Robert Downey Jr. And it's like, no, not really.
Maybe not. Yeah. Yeah.
Same thing with what's his name? The guy who, not the first Hulk, but the second Hulk.
Edward Norton.
Edward Norton.
Second Hulk.
He was whack though.
I thought Edward Norton was the best one. I saw. I saw Edward Norton play the best Bruce Banner. Like when I think of Bruce Banner, like the scrawny kind of scientist guy, I see Edward Norton.
No, I don't think so, man.
I don't
No,
know.
and you know what? You know what happened? The box office receipts side with me and Haddoken or Hadouken.
Well,
I keep wanting to say it like Star Wars. My bad.
It's good. It doesn't matter.
Well, because here's the thing: they were going to go with Edward Norton in the Avengers world. It's just Edward Norton, of course, wanted more money, and they was like, no.
No, I heard it was creative. I heard he wanted to take the Hulk in another direction.
It was more
That's
about
what I
money.
heard.
Because I guess he heard. I guess he was like, I kind of because say what you want about that Hulk, it was still better than the Eric Bana Hulk. Eric Bana Hulk was just god awful.
Yeah.
But Edward Norton was like, okay, this is.
Yeah.
It didn't do well in the box office, but it was still better. So they was like, okay, we can roll with you. And then they was like, well, I started it. I should be getting paid more money than Downey. And they was like, you're not really big of a name. No. And they was like, well, we can go find someone else. And that's when they got Mark Ruffalo.
I think Mark Ruffalo killed it. I think Mark Ruffalo.
I still would have liked.
There were some lines he delivered in the series. I guess that's preference, but I think my man Mark Ruffalo delivered some lines in the movie and in the series of movies that I don't think Edward Norton could have delivered like that. Like when Tony Stark said, "Hey, big guy, you need some motivation. You need to get angry," and Mark Ruffalo said, "Hey, so here's the secret. I'm always angry." You know what I'm saying? So it's like he had added that comedy to it, that cut between the seriousness of Tony Stark and Captain America. Think about in Endgame when you saw Professor Hulk. You think Edward Norton could have pulled off Professor Hulk?
No.
Here's the thing: do I think Edward Norton is a better overall actor than Mark Ruffalo? Yes.
Yes.
I've seen Edward Norton play some.
Is he a better Hulk though? No. Because the scene in the cafe in the restaurant, Edward Norton couldn't have pulled that off, in my opinion.
I still think that Edward Norton is a better Bruce Banner. Like Bruce Banner,
I'm not for sure.
I see Edward Norton better. Hulk Banner. It could have worked. I can't say it didn't, but it could have. We say Mark Ruffalo worked because we've seen Mark Ruffalo do that, but we don't know how Edward Norton would have played it. It could have been a completely different persona.
In Thor Ragnarok, when they had the comedic back and forth between Thor and Hulk, you think Edward Norton could have pulled that off?
No, because I don't think Edward Norton
is. Thor was like, "Hey," because
I think Edward Norton is not
because Thor was like, "Hey, I know that guy. That's one of my friends from work." You know what I'm saying? When they were doing the back and forth in Thor Ragnarok, I don't think Edward Norton could have pulled that off.
Yeah, that's a good
point.
point.
No, like I said, I don't think Edward Norton is more of he's not really a comedic.
He's more of a serious one.
Guy.
Yeah.
I mean, he's played lighter roles, right? Like we've seen him play lighter roles, where it's kind of like, ha, that's funny. But I don't think it's been a comedy. Like Thor Ragnarok was like a comedy, in a sense.
Yeah. Yeah, it saved the Thor series. Because Thor: The Dark World was whack.
Thor: Dark World was deep. I like Thor: The Dark World.
I don't know.
Whack.
His series was kind of like, it was like mid. It was like mid
Yeah,
and like
yeah,
some were good, some weren't good.
Because here's the thing, unlike
yeah.
a lot of other people, like Captain America's movies.
Kev,
I
Can you
I
just
I
admit
really
that
like
Captain
Cap.
America is better than Tony Stark so we can go?
I don't know. That's one
Here's
of
the
my
thing,
favorites.
Captain America needed Iron Man to complete his series.
Mm.
He couldn't even complete his own
What?
series without Iron Man.
No, that's not true, man.
Yeah,
That's not true.
Mm.
Kev, you bugging.
yeah. Because Civil War was
hey,
about
hey,
Civil
Brian
War was
Lovey
about
said he
Cap.
put Ant-Man at the 5.
Civil War was about Cap and Iron Man. Now, how is a Captain America movie, but Iron Man is 50% of the Captain America movie? This is like Iron Man 4.
Because 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 the governments of the world should have been the antagonist, but it wind up being your homeboy. It wind up being Tony Stark, which is the betrayal on the deepest level. You never want your homeboy to sell you out and go
Yeah,
to war with you on something
that
stupid.
was such
Your
a good movie.
homeboy sell you out.
Well,
Come
if
on,
you
dog.
just hold on, Tony Stark can say that Captain America sold him out because you knew who killed my parents and you didn't tell me. And then when I found out you're gonna protect the dude who killed my parents, that's low. That is low.
Yeah,
And there's no way you can't say that was
that's
low on Captain America.
that situation was just messed up. But that whole movie in general in the series, I think is really good. It's top tier.
Like Freezer, you can't even put spin on that.
On which one, Civil War or Winter Soldier? Because both
No,
were dope
on
to me.
no
Both both are really
on
good.
Captain America knowing who killed like knowing who killed Tony's parents.
No, that was
And
Grammy. That was Grammy.
oh, I thought you were gonna try to
Yeah, I don't think there's
cover that
any
up
way
and
you
put
can
spin on
decline
that.
that though. Yeah, there's no way you can spin off of that. That was definitely like messed up. But it created,
No, that was Grammy. I'm not.
yeah, you can't protect that.
And then the fact that you tried to
Right.
protect this dude, like well, one, we're friends. Me and you are friends. Like me and you are friends.
No. Cap and Bucky are friends.
Yeah,
I think Tony and Steve are friends.
yeah, but it's definitely not as
They
No,
may
good.
not be the same
they
level of friends,
Yeah,
but I
not
think
as
they're friends.
because two grew up together and then one came in later.
But like I said, I think they're friends. I think like
yeah.
you may have like a
Yeah,
childhood
it's
friend
a different
and then
level.
go to college and meet new friends. They're still friends, just you've known one longer. But the point is, you're my friend, and you know this dude did some jacked up stuff, and then you didn't even tell me. Do you try to protect this dude? Nah, nah.
Yeah, but that situation is like so weird. Like, how do you even like?
The situation is layered because
Yeah,
it's not like Bucky in his right mind killed Tony Stark's parents.
yeah, because he was controlled. He was getting controlled.
Yeah, yeah. So it's not like Bucky in his right mind just flipped out and killed Tony's parents. You know what I'm saying?
Even
Yeah,
if that's the case, if you would have sat down with me way before, like, hey, I found out some stuff. I think we need to talk, and I needed to let you know something, right? So this is what happened, and I want you to understand what happened. But the fact that you held that information and didn't let me know, and then I had to found out through other means, and I found out that you knew this anyways, that's a whole different thing. Like,
yeah,
regardless of whether he was in his right mind, the fact that Steve Rogers knew and didn't say anything.
yeah. Hmm.
Which also goes
Kev,
to show
you
that Nick Fury knew too.
I don't even remember that part.
Because how would, here's the thing, there's no way Steve Rogers would have known and Nick Fury not have
He didn't
known
know.
if Steve worked for Nick Fury. Because he would have known that if, obviously he had the files from when Shield was Shield, which means that Nick Fury knew too. So Nick Fury is probably just as
No,
grimy.
he didn't know that they were infiltrated by Hydra, though, Kev.
No, but I'm
He didn't
pretty
know
sure
they were
that Nick
infiltrated by
Fury.
Hydra.
No, I'm saying I think Nick Fury knew the Winter Soldier killed Tony's parents.
Oh, yeah, you mean like they get the news and everything?
I'm pretty sure they got that same information.
No, man.
I don't know.
No, man. He didn't know they were infiltrated by Hydra. You got to put the Hydra piece to it. You know what I'm saying? You can't just say that everybody knew and these guys.
What I'm saying is, how did Steve Rogers find out? Right? How did he find out?
I can't remember.
He probably found out because they probably didn't go into detail. He probably knew because he worked for Shield, read some classified papers, and he was doing some research about Bucky, right?
I feel like he overheard. I don't know. I don't remember the scene, but I know he heard it.
But then you go into it like if he was just reading some files that Shield had, that means that Nick Fury, who was a director of Shield, who knew everything, probably knew what was going on behind the scenes.
No,
just saying.
That's not accurate. That's not accurate because my man did not know about Hydra until the last minute. Once he found out about Hydra, then he started hiding everything from everybody, even the Avengers project. When Nick Fury found out about Hydra infiltration, he started hiding everything, making things top secret. That's when he put the Avengers initiative together.
I think that he probably didn't know before then.
I don't. I just don't agree with you. I think we're merging timelines, and we should just keep the timelines separate if we're gonna have a conversation about what Cap knew and when, and what Nick Fury knew and when Tony found out and why. We need to keep those all separate because if you merge them all together, it just seems like it's a conspiracy to kill Tony's parents by Shield, and that's not accurate because Shield and other government agencies were infiltrated by Hydra.
I have to go back and watch Civil War.
So you know the origins of Hydra, right?
Yes, I know the
origins of Hydra, right?
My thing is, I got to figure out how Captain America found out.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's the thing. How did Captain America find out that the Winter Soldier killed Tony Stark's parents? That's what I'm iffy about. And if he found out just by reading some Shield files, that means Shield knew.
He found out by watching the videotape. Remember the
he knew before they watched that videotape. Remember, he's like, "Did you know?" And he said, "Yeah, I knew."
Zemo showed Iron Man how.
So that means he knew before he watched that tape. So my thing is, how did he know before he watched that tape?
I'm not for sure, but I know that the tape verified it because Bucky looked right into the camera.
Yeah, he looked straight into the camera.
Yep.
His killer eyes.
But again, when Tony Stark said, "Did you know?" Steve Rogers said, "Yeah, I knew." Remember that scene?
Yeah.
So my thing is, Captain America already knew before he watched the tape. So how did he find out in the first place?
Oh, it says Cap is given
I don't know.
Documents all of the things that the Winter Soldier had done throughout history as Hydra's hitman. So he got some file, they said.
Exactly, a file that he probably got from Shield.
Yeah.
So that means if Shield knew, Nick Fury knew.
No, the file he got had Hydra logo on it. The octopus with the 8 arms and stuff.
Zola, they said. Huh? What? I said they said that he got it from Zola, and then he got the file, and it said everything that all the history about him. And
wait, what file from Winter Soldier?
Yeah, about the Winter Soldier,
Yeah,
and what he's done in the as a hitman for Hydra.
I got to watch Winter Soldier too. So tomorrow I'm watching Winter Soldier
There is
and
no
Civil
Winter
War.
Soldier. There is no Winter. There is no Winter Soldier 2. There is no Winter
Huh?
Soldier 2. It's only one Winter Soldier.
No, I'm saying
No,
I'm
it's
going
There's
to
it's
watch
only
not
Winter
one
one.
Winter
Soldier.
Soldier movie.
No, I'm saying I'm going to watch the Winter Soldier 2,
Two
as in also.
alongside something else.
That's what
Also,
I'm not saying 2. Yeah, also, not 2 as in
okay,
also.
okay.
Yeah, that movie. I don't know that series is really good.
And then tomorrow I'm going to go into detail about how Nick Fury knew too. But I'm heading
Hey,
off now. Oh, go ahead.
so Kev, I was gonna tell you, there's a YouTube channel called Comics Explained. Have you ever watched that?
I have not.
Comics Explained. That's a good resource for you rookie MCU
Oh wow.
watchers. Yeah,
Okay.
go watch Comics Explained,
Hmm.
and it'll tell you a bunch of stuff. Like for instance, it'll give you my man does a video about how Alfred, Batman's butler, is just not a random dude that needed a job. He got a job as a butler. How he worked for MI6 before he took over, before he went to work for Bruce Wayne's pops. And he was actually training Bruce Wayne to be something before the Batman incident even happened.
So
And the
Showtime
proof
has a
of it,
show. No, I'm saying Showtime has a show called Pennyworth, which is a show basically about a
yeah,
young Alfred and him being like a spy
really,
for MI6. Yes. It's on Showtime.
really, I did
Yeah.
not know that.
Oh, you didn't realize? Yeah, you should probably check it out. It's called Pennyworth. Alfred
Yeah,
Pennyworth as a young
yeah,
spy for MI6. That's a pretty good show. I've seen it a
I
couple
did not know
times.
that. Is it pretty good?
It actually is, yes. You're
Yeah.
like, wow, Alfred was like kind of
Wow,
bad
that's
when he was
dope.
a young man.
Something. Yeah, yeah.
Alfred was that dude.
How Alfred? There's an yeah. There's an another a comic about how Alfred saved Batman's life. I mean, legit saved his life. Like Batman legit went into a battle he knew he couldn't win, and Alfred exchanged the life of his son, Alfred's son, right? He legit exchanged his son's life for the life of Bruce Wayne, and that's how Bruce Wayne survived.
That sounds like something Tony Stark would do because he's
That sounds just like something um um was it Howard Stark would do. Like exchange the life of somebody so that Tony Stark can live. Yeah.
well. That technically, Doctor Strange did that. Doctor
That's,
Strange said, "I'm going to sacrifice half of the universe so Tony Stark can live."
well, that sounds like something Howard Stark would do to save. Howard Stark would sacrifice a dude like James Buchanan, James Bucky Barnes, so that Tony Stark could live. Yeah. The serum that made him the Winter Soldier was actually created by Stark Industries, right?
Probably. Well, actually, no. I think it was Zoe. They
Right.
made a knockoff kind of serum. It wasn't the same serum
No,
that made.
it is the same serum. No, it's not. It's the same serum because
I thought it was like a
in
knockoff
Captain
serum.
America, the first. No, it's the same serum. The dude that legit. Remember Captain America, the first Avenger? The dude
Yeah.
grabbed a handful of the serums out of the thing, and Captain America chased him down, but he couldn't
Yeah.
catch him, and the dude escaped the laboratory with a vial of that stuff.
No, he died.
He did the same thing that's in Captain America.
Didn't he?
No, that dude died.
No,
Captain
the
America
dude
did catch him.
dove in the water and escaped.
Yeah, he.
No, remember he bit the cyanide pill.
He chased after him.
Yeah, Captain America caught him and he bit the cyanide pill and died.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I
So he
thought it
never
was
got
more than
away.
one. If my memory is right, I thought it was more than one dude. It was more than.
No, that was just the
I
one
thought,
dude. 'Cause remember, he took the little boy hostage and threw him in the water and said, "Go get him. I can swim." And he
yeah,
did.
that's right. That's right.
And he said, "Hail Hydra," and he bit the cyanide pill and died.
Yeah, that's right. You're right. You're
So he
right.
never got away with the serum. That was the last one. What? Because remember, this is how I know it's a knockoff. Because remember, Bucky still needed to get like shots of the serum. Like, so Bucky never got what Captain America got. He got like a knockoff, watered down version of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I never.
So
Okay. I have to go back and look at that, man. I have to go back and look at that and see how they actually got the serum.
yeah, it was a knockoff
Because
version.
I'm thinking if it's a knockoff version, how come Bucky is always Bucky? He don't never have to go re-up.
He does. He remember in the Winter
No, man.
Soldier, he has
I'm
to
watching. I'm watching.
go check the Winter Soldier. Bucky has to get like the re-up shots.
Yeah, his whole arm. I'm pretty sure, right? Was that scene?
Yeah, he has to go get that when he goes into the laboratory and he gets in the chair and everything, and they start injecting him in the stuff. That's like his re-up shots.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
He
I
got
see
the
what you mean.
off-brand
I see what
stuff.
you mean. Wow. So, Kev, who knows more about the MCU? You or most of the people in the chat?
Most of the people in the chat seem very knowledgeable. Sometimes, some of them. But I am almost an expert.
I asked that because
Expert level.
I almost think you're like a novice, but if you keep watching the movies, one day you'll be a rookie, right? And then if you keep working at it, then you'll get up to like, you know what I'm saying, like young veteran status on it.
I'm like the Taj Gibson of this.
Oh wow!
The seasoned, grizzled vet of the MCU.
Okay.
Where you're kind of like,
okay,
you're like the Alfred Payton of it.
Yeah.
He's
Right.
been
Like kind
around,
of like the
but
Darryl Walker. Yeah.
or Alfred Payton.
Kind of like the Darryl Walker of it. Yeah. Same
Definitely.
thing. Same thing. Alfred Payton, Darryl Walker. Yeah.
I don't see how that's the same thing at all,
Yeah.
actually.
Darryl Walker and Alfred Payton? Yeah, they the same. Yeah, they're the same player.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Yeah. You remember who the point guard was for the Bernard King years?
Was it Darryl Walker?
Exactly, Darryl Walker. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Was
When we
Darryl
had
Walker there
Rory
when Pat got there?
Sparrow, Trent Tucker. Huh?
Was Darryl Walker still there when Pat got there?
No.
Because then Pat and
No,
Bernard
he
King
may
played
have
like 1
been,
year together.
but he wasn't nobody.
Because then Bernard King and Patrick Ewing played 1 year together.
No, he was rehabbing when Patrick Ewing got drafted. The Knicks cut him. I think he might have played like one game with the Knicks, and then the Knicks cut him, and he wound up signing with the Washington Bullets. And then, yeah, it was something strange. Bernard King and Pat didn't overlap. Didn't overlap. So.
C-Mac said that Uncle Freezy is the Tree Rollins.
I'm the
Not
Frank
Tree Rollins.
Ntilikina. I'm a 6'5.5" Frank Ntilikina.
Wow. Tree Rollins. But you need to catch it, and I'm telling, and we'll settle this tomorrow, because I'm right.
Yeah, I'm gonna catch you guys tomorrow. I'm gonna go head out to bed.